Mackenzie says his party will also be withdrawing from all coalitions at other government levels next week. Senior KwaZulu-Natal NPA official Elaine Harrison is set to appear before the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry this morning. Harrison is expected to provide further detail on a letter containing an instruction by Police Minister Senzo Mchunu to disband the KZN Political Killings Task Team last year. A team of prosecutors from the NPA were previously assigned to assist the task team in their work and ensure investigations were prosecution-led with the ultimate goal of securing speedy convictions. But last week, KZN Police Commissioner Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi told the Commission that the NPA in the province was allegedly not briefed on Mkhunu's instruction to disband the task team, which would have directly impacted the team of prosecutors assisting with investigations. Mkhunu's letter also instructed National Police Commissioner Fani Masemola to halt the filling of all provincial and national crime intelligence vacancies. Yesterday, SAPS legal head Major General Petronella van Rooyen told the Commission that political interference within the police force has been the worst she's witnessed in her close to 5 decades of service. Oren Singh reports.
SAPS's legal head, Major General Petronella van Rooyen, on several occasions emphasized that Police Minister Senzo Mkhunu's instruction to disband the KZN Political Killings Task Team was unlawful. Van Rooyen testified before the Madlanga Commission yesterday, led by the Commission's chief evidence leader, Advocate Terry Motau.
I am of a view that the decision to disband the PKTT as a task team lay within the exclusive authority of a national commissioner, and that the minister did not have the legislative authority to disband the PKTT, let alone the manner in which he did.
She accused Mkhunu of abusing his political powers by involving himself in operational policing matters, a mandate legally reserved for the National Police Commissioner. Oren Singh, Eyewitness News.
The Western Cape Mobility Department says it will oppose any attempt to overturn its decision to close down some taxi routes in Cape Town. A 30-day shutdown of taxi routes from Fuleni and Khayelitsha to Somerset West was put in place earlier this month to stop more violence between rival associations Kata and Kodeta. At least 10 taxi operators and commuters have been killed and others wounded in shootings in recent weeks. And Mobility MEC Isaac Sileku says taxi associations should focus on finding a solution to their issues rather than taking the government to court.
Whatever we agree upon, we are going to make it a court order. And that has been one of my recommendations, say there is no way in this province that Kata and Kodeta will come in to an arrangement, an agreement on their own. And then when it comes to the implementation, one of them would retract, and then we find ourselves in the same situation. So whatever agreement had they come to agree on, it must be made a court order. If it's not done, then I won't be party to that.
And US President Donald Trump says he will not allow Israel to annex the West Bank. Trump's response came after he was asked whether he had promised Arab leaders during a meeting at the United Nations this week that he would prevent any annexation. Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has vowed not to allow a Palestinian state, and far-right members of his cabinet have threatened to annex the West Bank in response to the recent recognition of a Palestinian state by several Western countries. Trump was speaking to reporters.
I will not allow Israel to annex the West Bank. No, I will not allow it. It's not going to happen.
Did you speak with Netanyahu about this?
Yeah, but I'm not going to allow it. Whether I spoke to him or not, I did. But I'm not allowing Israel to annex the West Bank.
Gold is trading at $3,747.50 an ounce. The rand is at 17.43 to the dollar, 23.29 to the pound, 20.36 to the euro. Brent crude oil is at $69.56 a barrel.
And in the traffic, we've got roadworks taking place on the N3 North, approaching the Baklu interchange, causing delays from Marlborough Drive. There's also slow-moving traffic along the M1 North between the Crown interchange and Carr Street.
A cloudy Friday in store for Gauteng today. The temperatures will peak at highs between 23 and 25 degrees. The top story in EWN this hour: Sports, Arts and Culture Minister Gayton McKenzie says he will quit his job on Tuesday when his party, the Patriotic Alliance, withdraws from the Government of National Unity.
EWN, in touch, in tune and independent. For the latest, visit ewn.co.za or download the EWN app.
You're with Clement Manyathela
on 702.
Let's walk the talk. Streaming on the Prime Media Plus app.
DSTV channel 856.
92.7 and 106 FM.
Seven minutes after 9 o'clock. Dumelang, happy Friday. Welcome to the Clement Manyathela Show. It's great to keep you company this morning. How has your week been? I hope it's been productive. You know, if it was a week from hell, Askis, I'm sorry about that. But we have an opportunity to start again next week, don't we? So let's wrap up this week on a good note, shall we? In fact, because it's a Friday and some of you have had a hectic, stressful week, how about we relax you a bit? Huh? So if you have had a stressful week and there's a song that I can play for you that can somehow soothe you and relax you a bit, why don't you send it to me now on WhatsApp and I will play it just for you. Huh? First come, first serve, okay? So you can do that right now. If you've had a hectic week, but there's a song that when it plays, it soothes you and really changes your mood a bit. That's the bit I want to do this morning for you. So send it to me on WhatsApp and I'll see what I can do. It's a Friday, and you know what we do every Friday? We do Gratitude Friday. This is where you can call us or send us a WhatsApp voice note this hour on the 702 open line to tell us what you are grateful for this week. What happened this week that put a smile on your face? What happened this week that reminded you how blessed you are? Huh? What are you grateful for? We want to celebrate with you. I'm actually grateful today that my schoolwork is almost done. I submitted 2 hectic assignments just over the last, 6 days? Huh? And the last one is going to be submitted on Monday. So that would be like 3 assignments in less than 10 days. So it's been a hectic week, and I'm grateful that at least 2 of those assignments are submitted. That's what I'm grateful for. What are you grateful for? Get in touch right now. 011-883-0702. The WhatsApp line is 072-702-1702. Here's a question. Are there things that you think you are too old for? Or that you think other people are too old for? Did you see that Malawi's former president, President Peter Mutharika, has been declared the winner of last week's elections at the age of, wait for it, 85. Are you kidding me? Official results show that he won 57% of the vote compared to 33% of President Lazarus Chakwera, who is 70 years old. And look, this is obviously not the oldest president we have had, particularly on this continent, but some really old leaders got in the positions a while back and have stayed in office since. So they get older as they are in office. But my goodness, at 85, you still campaigned, you still had energy for it, somehow. And you know who the world's oldest head of state is? Cameroon's president, Paul Biya. He is 92 years old. There are actually elections in Cameroon coming up, and this old man is not even there to campaign. And he's seeking, I think, an 8th term, if I'm not mistaken. He's nowhere to be seen. And other people are going to be campaigning. Yeah? They probably can't afford for him to be in public because the health is deteriorating, possibly. I mean, these guys are just too old to run for president. The question, though, is, are there certain things that you are too old for, or that you think other people are too old for? I've said before that I think clubbing, for instance, and I spoke to Bongani about it earlier, clubbing, I think, has sort of a time limit, and I could be wrong. You let me know. I mean, if you're older than 45, I'm sorry, but I don't know what you're doing in a club. I'm sorry to judge you. Do you think that, for instance, clubbing must have a time limit? Or are there people out there who are older than 50, for instance, or even older than 60 who still go out to clubs? Huh? And how do you stay up? Don't you fall asleep there in the club? One of the producers said this morning that tattoos must have a time limit. You can't be really old and you're getting a tattoo. I don't know about that. I'm not too sure about that. But you can tell me what you think. Oh, there's piercings as well. Other people you think are just too old for that. I think it depends where you pierce, I guess. And look, obviously, everybody has a right to do whatever they want to do to their bodies or whatever they want to engage in, right? But there are people who choose not to do certain things because they think they're too old for that. And someone recently said to me, this chap who was shopping for a vehicle, and I suggested a coupe or coupe, as other people say, a two-door vehicle. And this chap said to me, no, dude, I'm 39. I can't be driving a two-door vehicle. And I thought, really? So a lot of people put time limits even on something like that. What are those things for you that you think, I'm just too old for this? Or that you think other people are just too old for? 011-883-0702. WhatsApp's on 072-702-1702. Between 10 and 11 o'clock, we're going to do the Across the Desk feature. Today, I'm hosting car sales executives or car sales representatives. Because behind every steering wheel, there's often a story that begins in the showroom, right? So what I want us to do today is to turn out the spotlight on the people who make that happen. Because beyond the polished pitches, the keys that they often hand over to us, their work is really layered with persuasion, trust building. They're navigating targets, but they also have to understand people, right? And what they want. And sometimes they are most anxious. So today on Across the Desk, we're joined by these sales gurus who will share insights and their experiences as we explore the nuances of their craft, the pressures that they face and the rewards of the industry, and of course, the human experience that shapes every deal. And then at 11 o'clock, we do our relationship and sex feature. And today we're discussing Swinging 101. And we're going to discuss this and you can decide if it's right for you or not. Swinging is essentially having, sexual intercourse with other people with your partner's consent, right? Remember when Will Smith and Jada were separating, or they were still together, but they agreed apparently that they could do other things outside? That was a rumor at the time. That's when really people started talking a lot about swinging. So people do it to spice up their lives. You can have a soft swing. This is where you perform sexual acts in front of another couple, or a full swing when you swap partners. But it's not like polygamy because you aren't having relationships with these people. So we'll tell you more about what this is, how couples go about it, has it worked for them, and I want you to share your experience if this is something you've tried, if it's worked for you or not. So that's Adult Radio at 11 o'clock where kids are not allowed. So that's what's on our relationship and sex feature today. That's the show coming up over the next 3 hours.
Clement Manyathela, streaming on the Prime Media Plus app.
DSTV channel 856,
92.7
and 106 FM.
Cedric, you calling us from Midrand. Good morning.
Good morning, Clement. How are you?
I'm all right, my brother. How are you doing?
No, I'm very good. Thanks for asking.
Mm-hmm. Are we clubbing tonight?
No, not at all. I just wanted to, weigh in on the reason why I decided to stay away from clubbing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 34 of age now.
Yeah.
And I actually decided this year that I'm growing old. I'm only left with 1 year, to finish my youthfulness. So I now have to start mapping my way forward on the kind of life that I want to live, and outgrow some of the habits. And I had to look at, what really clubbing is all about. Just going there, spending excessive amounts of money on alcohol, which are obviously overpriced. You don't get time to rest. You come back in the morning. There's just a lot of trouble that comes with that, And at the same time, you want to save some money to achieve your goals, so that at least there could be progress in your life, So I actually changed my kind of habits. Now I like to do camping. I love quiet. It allows me to think and to reconnect with myself, and realign. So, yeah, that's what I've decided to do, and it's quite helping me a lot. I've seen a lot of progress in my life. A lot of savings are there. So, yeah, clubbing is out of the picture.
Okay. Cedric in Midrand says, no longer for me. Yeah, that's interesting. And by the way, guys, not everybody who goes to a club goes there to waste money, right? There are people who actually don't even drink alcohol, but they are there. They'll go to a club, they'll go and enjoy themselves because for them it's about the experience, meeting new people, dancing, and whatever happens in a club. So it's not everybody who goes there, for instance, who ends up spending thousands and thousands on alcohol.
Good morning, Clement. Hope you're well. Listen, I think I'm too old to be a boyfriend. I'm a 36-year-old man, no kids. Just recently, I think 2-3 weeks ago, got into a relationship. I'm really hoping this is it because I feel like I'm too old to be a boyfriend. I would like to be a husband now. Thank you very much. Hector in Midrand.
Hector, so that's fascinating. Hey, that is so. Congratulations on meeting someone. But guys, don't you already know when you meet someone that this is gonna be the one? Because Hector says, I just recently got into a relationship and I'm hoping this is the one. But normally, like the romantic stories we often hear from the married couple is that, oh, I knew when I set my eyes on him. Oh, when I saw her for the first time, I knew then and there, that this is the woman I'm going to get married to, or that's my husband. Isn't that the case? So, with Hector is still trying to figure out if this person that he's been with is the one. Either way, Hector, I wish you all the best. I hope that is the right person for you. And I hope you can, figure that out and end up proposing because you don't want to be a boyfriend for too long, hey?
Oh, Clement. Morning, Clement, and your listeners. I'm grateful that I completed my two short courses that I was doing simultaneously in software engineering. In the midst of, chaos, motherhood, work life, relationship chaos, and all that, I still managed, to pass. I'm grateful for my family, that are always willing to take my daughter and look after her. Like my mom and my dad are absolutely exceptional. So I'm really, really so grateful for them. I'm also grateful that, I'm literally getting back to myself. I have, more composure. I'm not, stressed by things like they used to get to me. So I'm so grateful.
Good morning, Clement and team. On my side, it's Kagiso. I'm grateful for the growth that I see in our business. On our YouTube channel this week, we reached 100K views on one of our soul and ballad DJ mixes. So I'm very excited for that. We released a song called Change by Mr. Z. I'm grateful for the growth and all the work that's coming. I mean, we having these boat sessions, we just filled the boat. So it's like we're just achieving things and growing by day. But this week, was one of the most. So yeah, Kagiso from Boxburg.
Good morning, Clement. What I'm grateful for is the birth of my daughter. So I gave birth on Monday. It was a hectic emergency C-section. So those who know the risks. But it all went well. She's here, she's healthy, she's chubby, cute, just the most beautiful thing ever. So that's what I'm grateful for. This is Princess from North Riding. Have a great weekend.
Beautiful. That's beautiful. What are you grateful for? Give us a call. Send us a WhatsApp voice note. It's 21 after 9.
Africa Milani.
Weekday mornings,
4 to 6.
We have over 700 new Metro Police officers who will be graduating, and many of those will be deployed to, in fact, 5, I think, on average per ward, to work alongside the SAPS in order to obviously fight social ills.
We are always striving for working together with various law enforcement agencies, and that is why we signed the cooperation agreement last year already. We will bring our resources, let us join hands together.
Brigadier Glenda Mate, national spokesperson for the South African Policing Services.
Africa Milani.
4 to 6 on 702.
Got big dreams for your small business? The Hollywood Foundation is here to make them a reality with the Bambelela Business Awards. SMMEs in Gauteng. This is your chance to grab a share of 1 million rand in funding. The awards recognize and reward the contributions small businesses make to growing and transforming our economy. Submit your entries today. Applications close on 4 October 2025. Submissions will be reviewed by a panel of expert judges. Enter now at www.hollywoodfoundation.co.za.
This is your business. This is your business supercharged with the help of zero accounting software. These are your numbers. These are your numbers sorted with the help of zero accounting software. This is you.
Hi.
This is you taking business where you want with the help of zero accounting software. This is your business supercharged with the help of zero and having your numbers sorted all at the same time so you can finally focus on taking business where you want to. Supercharge your business today with the help of zero.
The Wits School of Governance develops leaders and innovators who reimagine governance, strengthen institutions, and drive inclusive growth across Africa. Your journey to impact starts there, from postgraduate diplomas to masters, PhD programs, and executive education tailored for today's wicked problems. They equip change makers in government, civil society, and the private sector with the tools to lead boldly and with purpose. Governance matters. Visit wsg.ac.za and apply today.
Hey, no longer feeling like the man you used to be?
The man who has inside jokes with complete strangers.
The fact is, 95% of men with low testosterone go untreated.
Vitamin High Performance Supplements for men helps recharge energy, regain lean muscle, and reload performance. Available at all good pharmacies and Vitalamin.co.za.
Vitalamin. Don't get older. Get better.
702 and corporates that care with Tracker are talking about Tracker's partnership with Matthew, an initiative helping South Africa's future leaders succeed in maths and science.
We have been part of this incredible country for the last 29 years. South Africa has helped us grow into the organization that we are and has helped us be part of the economy of this country. So fundamentally, we now have to give back. We have to make sure that not just for the last 29 years, but for the future 29 years, we're participating in that conversation. Secondly, Bongani, Tracker is growing exponentially at the moment. We're employing at all levels within the organization, from top to bottom in essence. So what we're actually looking for as part of that growth fundamental is to make sure that we have the right people coming into the organization. We can either be part of the solution or we can be part of the problem or do nothing.
Tracker, protecting futures by investing in STEM education. Visit matthew.co.za to learn more. 702, let's walk the talk. Your voice.
Your station.
Your open line.
Walk the talk with Clement Manyathela
on 702.
25 minutes after 9 o'clock. This is the 702 open line. We are taking your calls, your WhatsApps as well. I've asked you, what is that one thing that you think you're just simply too old for? Because the Malawian president doesn't think he's too old to be president. He's 85 and he has just won elections in Malawi. There's the Cameroonian president who's 95. He is expected to be campaigning for an 8th term in office. And he's nowhere to be seen because he's a poor man, probably sleeping somewhere. That's how hectic it is. These guys just go after power, but you wonder, do they even have the energy for it? So what is that one thing that you think you're old for? It's Friday, so we're doing Gratitude Friday as well. What are you grateful for this week? Robert, you're calling us from Soweto. What are you old for? Good morning.
Yeah, at Clement, I grew up in church.
Yeah.
Going to church, and I was playing keyboard there in church.
Oh.
But now I feel like I'm too old. Yes.
No, you are those
like now
guys.
I'm too old.
How old are you?
Yeah, I'm 40. In my 42.
You can still do it.
No, come on, man.
Yeah.
It's just only boys that are sitting there and playing keyboard. I just feel like it's for boys. It's not my place now to play keyboard. So yeah.
Maybe mentor the younger generation there at church, Robert, to take over from you.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe try that out. Hey, okay. Robert in Soweto says I'm just too old to play the keyboard at the church. Abel, we still owe people a song. Okay, this is, in fact, speaking of clubs, this is one of the songs that came through. And you'll understand why. Actually, it somehow gels with what we're talking about today, about clubs. I hope that soothes you, whoever had a hectic week, and ask that we play that song. It's now 9:30, time for the latest in Eyewitness News. Sviso, hi.
Thanks, Clement. Good morning. Sports and Arts and Culture Minister Gayton McKenzie says he will quit his job on Tuesday when his party, the Patriotic Alliance, withdraws from the Government of National Unity. It's in response to an ultimatum set to Johannesburg Mayor Dada Morero to reinstate the party's Deputy President Kenny Gunene to his former mayoral committee role. This after a legal probe ordered by McKenzie cleared Gunene of wrongdoing for being at the scene of the arrest of murder-accused Skatiso Molefe. Leader of the Maibuye Africa movement, Floyd Shivambu, says none of his former political homes are up for the task of sorting out the country's problems. He says after his 30 years, the ANC has worsened the plight of its citizens, while neither the EFF or the MK party are a formidable alternative. Shivambu's new political movement will today host a second day of discussions on its new manifesto as it prepares foundational documents for its November convention. And South African activists are calling on government to take more decisive action to end the conflict in Palestine. The call comes as the various pro-Palestine groups held a briefing yesterday at the Muslim Judicial Council in Cape Town on their upcoming march. The groups will hand over a memorandum to government officials demanding an end to the conflict on Saturday. And those are the headlines. This EWN and more at 10 or as it happens.
EWN Traffic.
Well, traffic remains heavily backed up on the N3 North between Marlborough Drive and the Baklu interchange. There's also slow-moving traffic along the N3 North approaching the Kilulis interchange. Please be on the lookout there. While heading towards Amalgam, traffic remains heavily backed up between on the M2 West between the Crown interchange and Main Reef Road, along with the Main Reef Road towards the M2 exit. So please be on the lookout there and drive with care. More updates at the top of the hour. Stay tuned.
There's more EWN on air, online, and on the EWN app. 7:02 afternoons.
With Relebohile Maboja, 1 to 3 p.m.
At what point does one's beliefs become a mental health crisis?
I think it becomes a mental health crisis when the beliefs are not actually life-giving. In other words, the beliefs don't really let you flourish and do well in the world. What is problematic is when a belief system doesn't enable you to do that. And that's very often what we see in cults.
Professor Maria from the Department of Religion Studies at the University of Johannesburg.
7:02 afternoons.
With Relebohile Maboja.
Let's walk the talk.
Traffic is trafficking. The robots aren't AI, but more like an eye roll. And service delivery isn't delivering. But luckily, Takealot is. Shop anything from beauty and sport to tech and toys at everyday low prices and get it delivered to your door faster than you can get home, even when you take the back roads. A delivery so quick, the speed thrills. Halala with no limits. Just the open road of happiness before you. Takealot. Happy delivered.
To celebrate 25 years of helping you live the Premier life, FNB Premier is giving you a chance to win a 14-day European tour experience and other cool monthly prizes. Open any FNB Premier account from September to 31 December 2025. Switch your salary, swipe or tap a minimum of 2,000 Rand per month for 3 months straight. Spend and win with FNB Premier. FNB, help changes everything. TCs and competition rules apply. FNB, a division of First Rand Bank Limited, an authorized financial services and credit provider.
Calling all wedding planners and venues, restaurants, conference centers, and hotels. Do you need tables and chairs? Home in One has it all. Do you need cutlery, crockery, table linen, and restaurant equipment? Home in One has it all. Do you need tents, gazebos, or umbrellas? Home in One has it all. Affordable prices, the latest trends, with 2 branches in Pretoria and Johannesburg. Shop online at homein1.co.za because we're your #1 choice. Home in One has it all.
Big dreams, small budget? No problem. With Prime Media Credit, your business can be on 947 702, KFM 94.5 and Cape Talk today and pay later. Flexible finance, maximum impact. Email advertise@primemedia.co.za. Prime Media Credit, powered by Bridgement.
Your voice.
Your station.
Your open line.
Walk the talk with Clement Manyathela.
On 702.
25 minutes before 10 o'clock.
Hey, good morning, Mr. Capacity. Mr. Capacity, good morning, happy Friday. Please help us with the name of the song and the artist for this banger you are playing now. For this banger you are playing for us this Friday. Please, yeah, have a good one. Have a good one, Mr. Manyathela. Have a good one, Clemmy. Peter in 4 ways.
Sure, Peter. This name of the song is Uvalo by Jazz Works and Tukutela and Babalwa M. I'm told that they actually performed at the 702 Walk the Talk, which was back in July, hey? Yeah, they were there at the 702 Walk the Talk. So if you came through, you would have seen them live on stage. But yeah, Uvalo is the name of the song. Artist is Jazz Works, featuring, I think, Tukutela and Babalwa M.
Morning, Clement. So I'm 33 and I definitely feel I'm too old to have another child. As a result, I've put measures in place to make sure that, yeah, it doesn't happen, God willingly, unless nature defies science. And I'm definitely also too old for clubbing and being in any loud places. I've actually never even understood the notion around clubbing. So the only loud place I'll be is at a music festival, maybe, but generally just sitting at some loud club, pub, or whatever, definitely not for me.
And you're not sitting, remember, you're standing. Or are there seats in clubs now? Huh? I think you're standing the entire time. So for 4 hours, if you're there for 4 hours, you're just standing. And people are stepping on you and they're pushing you around. And it's dark. You can't really see who's who. And you can't have a conversation because the music is so loud. Yo, yeah, hey. On YouTube, someone says, Clement, good morning. Please keep me anonymous. I'm 52 years old and I have a new baby, 10 months old. Wow. Although she's adorable and so much fun to have, but I feel like I'm just too old to be having a baby. Well, you've got a little angel at the age of 52. That's quite incredible, hey? Yeah, that's quite incredible. I wonder, like, is that it for you now, or you wouldn't mind another one? That's beautiful, and yeah, thank you for sharing that story with us.
Hi, 702 team. Just in terms of what you were talking about with regards to realizing that you're too old for something. I'm one of those people that was very lucky. I was raised by parents who kept telling me that I can be anything that I set my mind to. Unfortunately, I'm 46 years old and I've come to the rather terrible conclusion and realization that I can never be a KTV presenter. I really wanted to be one. So, yeah, sometimes you are too old to make a dream come true.
That's so interesting. Remember, I mean, I wanted so bad to be a Yo TV presenter when I was young. And then when I was much older, I wanted so bad to be a top billing presenter. Yo, these dreams that we had, hey? I mean, I actually saw Hulisani Ravele. Who was Hulisani on Yo TV? Sisi. Yes. I was at Gibbs this past weekend because our class was having like a little party now that we're finishing off the year. And I saw Hulisani was a presenter on Yo TV. So we happened to be at the campus because she's also studying there. So she comes to say hi. And so the guys I was working with from my class are like, oh, that's Sisi from Yo TV. I was like, yep, that's her right there. But isn't that fascinating that Sisi was, these were the people we watched when we were children and we wanted to be them. We wanted to be on Yo TV working with them. Hey? And I always tell the guys that I now know who've worked on Yo TV that, how blessed you guys were. We used to watch and we just used to admire how incredible you were, how talented you were. But we wanted to be in your shoes. We wanted to work for Yo TV too. So yeah, that voice note just reminds me of all those dreams, eh?
Good morning, Clement. I think I'm too old to argue or fight with some people or anyone. Thank you.
Morning, Clement. I'd like to remain anonymous for this one. With regards to age limit, I wouldn't really say age limit, but I think it all depends on maturity with clubbing. I'm 35 and clubbing, that doesn't do for me anymore now. Last month I was invited to a birthday party and it was hosted in the club. I kid you not, I got there and I did not know what to do. Was I supposed to keep my hands up or just keep dancing as I look around? It was just so awkward for me. And that's when I just told myself, I think clubbing days are over for me. So, yeah, unfortunately, clubbing, nah. Thanks.
Where are the pro clubs people? Because I know there are a lot of people out there who do it, which is fine, right? Each their own. Like there are some people who really just enjoy it. They enjoy like the environment. They enjoy like just the mood. And I want to know like what is it for you? You think that really makes you enjoy something like that? Because there are people who are much older. Because a lot of you are 35, 34 who are saying, I don't do it anymore. But there are people who are over 40, over 50 who still do clubbing and they enjoy it, right? And again, you've got every right to want to do that. This is not really, a moment to judge you. But I'd like to know, what is it for you that still attracts you there at whatever age? What do you enjoy the most about that experience?
Hi, Clement. I'm 38 years old and I feel I am too old to date. Can someone just meet me today? I'll be in my wedding gown and we do the things. Like, we don't need to be dating for 3 months, 6 years, whatever. Like, just propose. We meet today. Next weekend, negotiations. After a month, we have the full thing and we move on. We keep it moving. But I'm too old to date. I don't have the knees or the back for these murky dating waters.
Yeah, listen, I agree with you. Where can we meet you, ma'am? Because wow, that's hectic, hey? That's why people often say umjolo. Like the dating scenes are just crazy. Can you imagine going through that experience of getting to know someone from scratch? I'm sorry, I don't have the energy for that as well. Like, I just don't. So if you meet someone and you think that's remotely the person that you love, go for it, my friends. Because when you are over 30, yeah. And then you meet people who still want to go, like still want to have fun and date, and you're like, I don't have time for that. Like, are you doing this or not? And that's why mostly women who would ask, what are we doing? And some men don't like that question because it forces them then to confront the reality of this thing and where it's going to end up. But I hear what you say, my sister. I hear what you say. Apparently it's crazy out there, hey?
Clement, it has to be clubbing. I am way too old for clubbing. Bona, 2 weeks ago, I went to my sister's 30th birthday celebration. She had it at Eastwood in Pretoria. 9:30. 9:30, I was already yawning. 10 o'clock, I was like, it's chai. It's time for me to leave. Goodbye. Ubered myself home. I didn't even tell them that I was leaving until I got home, sent them a text. I am in my bed. So clubbing for me, I'm too old for that. I'm 35 years old. Bye.
Okay, let's say you calling us from Sandton. Good morning.
Hi, Clement. How are you?
Hey, I'm okay. How are you?
I'm right, thanks. It's Gillis. To the people that don't club because of a certain age, you included.
Yeah.
Did you club before or not?
Yeah, I've done it before when I was in varsity. A lot when I was in varsity. Well, not a lot, but yeah, like twice, maybe
Enough.
3 times every 6 months or whatever.
I think it's also because it's the club scene in South Africa has changed so much that people are just sadly pretentious. People go there to take content for their social media, to sit. People are not partying like we used to back in the day. It's not. Like, that's why there's always throwbacks where people are like, kids today or millennials won't know what to do. Like, I still party, not a lot locally, but when I travel, I make sure that I go out. And my friend's parents, I mean, the dad is 63. We're going to H2O. He always parties with us. Like, it's that thing. So it's like, why are you going there, and what's your takeaway from it? You know, I think it's the experience that you want. But if you want to go there and then look at Lemon taking selfies and like that's it with their ring lights, and it's like, no, you're gonna get irritated whether you're drinking or not.
So how old are you now, Khaled?
I'm old. I'm not 37. I'm joking. I'm 37.
37. Okay. I mean, you are still fairly young. What do you enjoy the most about the clubbing? Like, is it because what I remember about clubbing is you are standing the whole night, and there's just these lights.
Clement, we work now, so we can afford the table, so we don't stand for like 7 hours.
So you're buying that table at 2,500.
No, because what are you going to drink? That's another thing. It's like, how many of you guys are there? What are you guys going to drink? It makes sense that way. So it's not, unless you're there to show off people, those are the people that you shouldn't be hanging around. You kind of calculate it, and then you'll nap for
that makes sense, Keleto, because in my mind, when we were in varsity, we couldn't afford to sit on those chairs because you needed to buy a bottle of something.
Yes.
But to your point, siyasebenza manje, we're working, so you can, you are with people.
Balance.
Yeah, you can balance it out. Okay, maybe I'll try it out. Any advice? Because I really still want to live. It's just that it's not a thing that I enjoy, but I would like to experiment. If I asked you now, Keleto, if I wanted to go check out like a club, like maybe here in Joburg or in Durban, in Cape Town, what would you suggest?
I said I don't club at home.
Oh, not at home? Okay, anything. Tell me anything.
No, so because you travel a lot, right?
And I've tried, and I've gone out, by the way, I've gone out because when I'm traveling, I do want to test out. Like part of me experiencing a place is I would go to like, even like a club overseas. But I've also seen, like I would leave probably by 10 p.m., 11 p.m. And apparently that's when people actually come in.
No. So overseas they even start later than South Africa.
Do.
They start at like 11. So
yes.
You can have your day activities, you can nap, eat, and then go out, because you're not going to make it if you get there or want to leave at like 10.
Yeah.
People are leaving at like 5 a.m. If you're there before 10, you're not going to make it.
Oh my goodness.
You're going to end up being awake. You're going to end up being awake for over like 24 hours.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, so my experience hasn't been great because I would go to these clubs at 8 p.m. There's nobody there. I'm all alone by the bar. And then when I leave at 11 p.m., I'm told that's when people are coming in. And I'm like, sir, I need to sleep.
No, I'll send you a list on Twitter for what you do when you're traveling.
Yeah, I'd like to check it out. Yeah, thank you, Keleto, in Senton. I really would like to probably go and check it out just once. Yeah, who knows? Maybe we'll fall in love with it, and I'll take all of you with me the next time, and we can. Do we book the tables? Yeah. Do you call the club and book a table as well, or is come first serve? It's 11 minutes before 10.
702. Serving the 702 family in 702 land, including those of you in Kempton Park. Kempton Park was established in 1903 when Carl Friedrich Wolff subdivided a portion of his Zierfontein farm into residential stands and named it after the German town of his birth. Apart from suburbs, Kempton Park is also the home of many chemical and manufacturing industries, the Calvin Power Station, and OR Tambo International, Africa's busiest airport. 702. Let's walk the talk across 702 land, including Kempton Park.
It's almost time for Senton's best kept secret to be revealed. Step into an exclusive world of style at the Calvin Klein and Tommy Hilfiger VIP sample sale at the Leonardo. Discover limited pieces, rare samples, and iconic fashion finds you won't get anywhere else. Legacy Lifestyle members are invited to an exclusive first look on Thursday, the 25th of September, and doors open to the public from Friday, the 26th, to Sunday, the 28th of September.
You are not dreaming. You are repeating. Insurance, pineapple. Insurance, pineapple. Insurance, pineapple. Insurance, pineapple. Pineapple FSP 48650 is underwritten by Omart Insure Limited. a licensed non-life insurer and authorized FSP.
Save more on the brands you love at Dis-Chem. Stay fresh and confident all day with 2+1 cheapest free on any 150ml Shield deodorants and 50ml roll-ons. And treat your hair with our fantastic 2+1 cheapest free on any Tresemme hair care products. Plus, enjoy 2+1 cheapest free on any Lifebuoy products. T's and C's apply. Don't miss out. Offers valid until 19 October. Only at Dis-Chem. Better health starts here.
Get online exclusive Unreal deals for 4 days only at Pick n Pay ASAP and Mr. D. Get Pick n Pay 2-ply white toilet tissue 18s, 2 for only 200 Rand. And Blue 52 all-in-one pool care solution for only 99 Rand 99. Get hundreds of Unreal deals delivered by Pick n Pay ASAP and Mr. D. Valid 25 to 28 September while stocks last. T's and C's apply.
Your voice,
Your station.
your open line
Walk the talk with Clement Manyathela.
on 702.
9 minutes before 10 o'clock, there's some WhatsApp voice notes that have come through from some of you who are grateful for some things this week. I'll come back to some more calls and WhatsApps around the things that you think you're too old for.
Morning, Clement. This morning I am grateful that I got to spend the holiday on Wednesday fully with my kids. I had been traveling a lot for work in the last couple of weeks, so I'm grateful that I got to spend the whole day with them and play with them. That was amazing. And I'm also grateful that I made headway with my plans for my 40th birthday party, which is coming up later this year. I'm just grateful for the gift of life. It's something I don't take for granted, that I live to plan my 40th.
Hi, Clement. What has put a smile on my face this week is the fact that UNISA has given us an opportunity to walk down that stage and receive our certificates, although we had already received our certificates during COVID, so we couldn't graduate in 2021. So I'm so happy and thankful to God for having this opportunity to walk down that stage and wear that gown and take those photos. Thank you.
Good morning, Clement. This is Nombulelo Tamba. Today's my birthday. That's what I'm grateful for. I'm turning 50. Thank you to Father God.
Hi, good morning, Clement. How are you? Great show as always. Me, I'm grateful about my two daughters. The one, she's been a teacher for like 5 years now. And the other one, she just graduated last year, December. She was doing a degree in Bachelor in Administration, even though she hasn't found work, but I'm grateful for that. So she's still working, she's still looking for work. Thank you, Karabo and Krugersdorp.
Oh, thank you, Karabo. That's amazing. Naledi, you calling us from Rustenburg. Go ahead, good morning.
Yes. I love myself. We used to enjoy clapping, even if I don't do it nowadays.
Yeah.
We'll move from Middle Zone 10 by then go to Alexander to the moving prospect, then go to Natal Spread the whole evening, spent it there. There was a club called 702. Until 4 o'clock. When the door closes, we'll come back again to home. Then I won't mention the names because some of them are ministers, deputy and whatever. So we'll enjoy ourselves. Then another day, it was the whole weekend, Friday, Saturday, until Sunday. We'll never get
when are you sleeping, Naledi?
Our youth, I'm telling you. Hello?
When were you sleeping then, if the whole weekend you're like, clubs?
I will sleep during the day. They will go and work because I won't mention what profession. Some of them are ministers.
Yeah.
In the evening, we start again, go clubbing, Natal Spread, racing cars, all those things. We enjoyed our youth, I'm telling you.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's amazing, Naledi. Yeah. I must take you out for lunch, Naledi, to tell me who are those politicians you're going out with. But sounds like you guys had fun, and that's what matters, right? Do it because you enjoy it, and do it and have fun. Do it because you want to do it and because it's something that you enjoy. It doesn't disadvantage you in any way.
Hi, Clement and team. Zippo here.
Clement, I've always wanted to have a PlayStation. I've always wanted to have one. And when the I think it's the PS5 came out, I went and bought it. I played that thing for like 30 minutes and I realized, no, man, I'm too old for this. And now it belongs to my son. I'm 38 years old.
Hi, Clement. I am like too old to go clubbing. So a couple of weeks ago, I think in August, I went to Eastwards in Pretoria. I managed to stay up until about like 2 a.m. I think the club closed and we were still there. And I was pushing. And we went to another club. I can't remember the name, but it's also in Pretoria. I'm telling you, I fell asleep on the table. I just folded my arms and I dropped my head and I went to sleep. I am 34 years old. And yeah, that was my last stint at trying to be young. This is Lee from Centurion.
Lee, you're too young to be falling asleep in a club. Anonymous in sentences. Clement, I'm 45. My partner is 60. And we go to the club regularly, not just any club. We go where there's a mature crowd, all people our age and older. Not pretentious nonsense. I don't know why they're not calling in. There are many of us out here. They play like only old school music that we can relate to and dance to. We have tables. We can even order something to eat in between. Oh, really? But my partner and I don't sit down for long. We dance to every good song till closing time. I love that we both still have the energy to dance all night. It makes us feel young. I feel sorry for people who can't. That's a message there from Anonymous. Oh, that's so cool, Anonymous. And I love that you're doing this with your partner, right? I love that you're doing it with your partner. So when you guys decide we're going home at 4 a.m., both of you are arriving home at 4 a.m. That doesn't cause lots of trouble, hey?
Babe,
Yeah?
the fridge light finally stopped flickering.
Yeah. I replaced it.
You replaced it?
Mm-hmm.
Like on your own?
Yep.
You know what that means.
Party! Every excuse is a great one when you've got balloons, bubbles, gift wrap, cards, candles, and dress up.
I'm calling it the Fridge Light Festival!
The Crazy Store. Hey, you never know what you might find to have a good party.
Looking for business insurance with added benefits for the unexpected? We'll switch to Outsurance Business today, and you can enjoy services like Help at Out with 24/7 access to panic assistance, roadside assistance, even office assistance for catering companies, boutique hotels, guest houses, tour operators, and other industries. Outsurance Business are trusted experts in business insurance. Get a hassle-free quote today. Call 08600 60,000 or visit outsurance.co.za. Licensed insurer and FSP. T's and C's and information online. Limits apply.
Mzansi, play Powerball for a massive 90 million rand guaranteed jackpot this Friday, and you could win big, just like the lucky Powerball Plus jackpot winner who won over 69 million rand on Tuesday. The winning ticket was purchased in store in Mpangeni, KwaZulu-Natal. Buy your tickets now in store on nationallottery.co.za, the mobile app, cell phone banking, or simply dial *120 *7529# for USSD. Panda, Pusha, play. Players must be 18 years old or play responsibly. E2 is the proud operator of the National Lottery.
Running a business is tough. You need tools that just work. That's why more South African businesses are switching to Mac. At iStore, we make it easy with 4,000 rands in added value when you switch. That's 3 years extended warranty and remote tech support, leaving you to focus on everything else. Switch to Mac with iStore, your expert partner. T's and C's apply. Mac at iStore. Run smooth as business should.
It's 10 o'clock.
This is EWN.
Good morning, I'm Sfiso Zulu. KwaZulu-Natal Director of Public Prosecutions, Elaine Harrison, says she learned about the disbandment of the Provincial Political Killings Task Team on social media. Harrison is testifying before the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry this morning about her stance on Police Minister Senzo Mchunu directive to dissolve the unit. Last week, the Commission heard that Harrison had signed a team of prosecutors to work alongside the unit to ensure that investigations into 121 dockets were prosecution-led. Harrison has confirmed that she was never formally notified about the disbandment of the task team.
When had you first heard of the disestablishment of the task team?
As I've indicated, through media, it was floating on social media from about the 3rd of January.
So this was approximately 4.5 months after you first heard of the disestablishment or the alleged disestablishment of the task team.
That is correct, Council.
Sports and Culture Minister Gayton McKenzie says he will quit his job on Tuesday when his party, the Patriotic Alliance, withdraws from the Government of National Unity. It's in response to an ultimatum set to Johannesburg Mayor Dada Morero to reinstate the party's Deputy President Kenny Kunene to his former mayoral committee role. This after a legal probe ordered by McKenzie cleared Kunene of wrongdoing for being at the scene of the arrest of murder-accused Katiso Mulife. In a social media post this morning, McKenzie says his party will also be withdrawing from all coalitions at other government levels next week. Lindsay Dentlinger reports.
Patriotic Alliance leader Gayton McKenzie says his party has been accommodating in the Johannesburg Metro, relinquishing one of its 2 promised mayoral committee seats to the IFP. McKenzie says Mayor Dada Morero has been colluding with the EFF to give the party the transport portfolio after refusing to appoint PA newcomer 24-year-old Liam Jacobs to the post following Kenny Kunene's resignation. McKenzie says it's been humiliating for the party to have to withdraw Jacobs, a former DA MP, as a city councillor after just a few weeks. But McKenzie writes that the last straw has been the city's failure to provide water to communities in Westbury and New Clare, and says he arranged to send 4 water trucks to the area after desperate appeals from residents. McKenzie says the PA can't be part of a coalition where it's not respected and will rather withdraw. If McKenzie follows through on this threat, the PA will be the first party to withdraw from the GNU since its formation 15 months ago, and he will be the first minister to resign as a result. Lindsay Dentlinger, Eyewitness News.
Leader of the Maibuye Africa movement, Floyd Shivambu, says none of his former political homes are up for the task of sorting out the country's problems. He says after his 30 years, the ANC has worsened the plight of citizens while neither the EFF nor the MK party are a formidable alternative. Shivambu's new political movement will today host a second day of discussions on its new manifesto as it prepares foundational documents for its November convention. Shivambu left the EFF over a year ago after serving as its deputy president since its formation, and then he was fired from the MK party in June after briefly serving as its secretary general.
They both lack collective and individual capacity and willingness and the necessary fortitude to could fight the crises that confront South African society.
Shivambu says his assessment of the performance of other political parties is not intended to be an insult.
Comrades, there is nothing wrong with giving political characterization of all the role players in society. We are not insulting anyone, but we must be honest enough to say that by your habits, by your culture, by your mannerisms, you are unable to fulfill the following responsibilities.
And South African activists are calling on governments to take more decisive action to end the conflict in Palestine. The call comes as the various pro-Palestine groups held a briefing yesterday at the Muslim Judicial Council in Cape Town on their upcoming march. The groups will hand over a memorandum to government officials demanding an end to the conflict tomorrow. This week, world leaders at the United Nations General Assembly called for a ceasefire to the war that started on the 7th of October in 2023, and since then Israel has killed at least 65,000 Palestinians in Gaza. Israel launched this war after 1,139 people were killed in a Hamas-led attack and about 200 taken hostage by the Palestinian fighters. Morgan van der Riede has more.
President of the Muslim Judicial Council, Sheikh Riyad Fattar, addressed the media by reflecting on how long Palestinians have been facing injustices. The march is organized by the Al-Quds Foundation, the Palestinian Solidarity Campaign, and the Muslim Judicial Council. Fattar claims that after 7 decades, the violence against Palestinians has escalated, with starvation and beheadings becoming normalized.
The first Palestinian protest march organized in South Africa, you know when? 1948. And we're still standing here. Military aggression, economic strangulation, and it's affirmed.
Recently, several governments recognized Palestine as a sovereign state, which shows the growing efforts to end the conflict. Morgan van der Rede, Eyewitness News.
Gold is trading at $3,747.50 an ounce. The rand is at 17.43 to the dollar, 23.29 to the pound, 20.36 to the euro. Brent crude oil is at $69.56 a barrel.
And in the traffic, we've got delays on the N3 North between Marlborough Drive and the Buccleuch Interchange. Roadworks are taking place along that route. And if you're traveling on the M2 West and Village Main, some delays approaching Elof Street coming out of Heidelberg Road.
A cloudy Friday in store for Gauteng. The temperatures will peak at highs between 23 and 25 degrees. The top story in EWN this hour. KwaZulu-Natal Director of Public Prosecutions, Elaine Harrison, says she learned about the disbandment of the Provincial Political Killings Task Team on social media.
EWN, in touch, in tune, and independent. For the latest, visit ewn.co.za or download the EWN app.
You're with Clement Manyathela
On 702.
Let's Walk the Talk, streaming on the Prime Media Plus app,
DSTV channel 856,
92.7 and 106 FM.
8 minutes after 10 o'clock, Dumelang, welcome to the second hour of the Clement Manyathela Show. Thank you for staying with us here on 702. And thank you for all of your calls, all of your WhatsApps, all of your tweets on the 702 open line. A lot of you are asking me about the list that, who was that caller who called in and said, I'll send you a list of these clubs? Keletso from Senton promised. And Keletso, if you're listening, a lot of people are asking, where's your list? So, and they're asking me. So tweet me that list so I can retweet it, because a few people want to know, what's up and where they can go. So as soon as Keletso helps with that list, I'll retweet it, guys, and you'll see it. But thank you so much for all your contributions on the 702 open line. Time now for our Across the Desk feature.
Across the Desk
with Clement Manyathela
on 702.
Okay, so on our Across the Desk feature this morning, we are putting a spotlight on car sales executives, car sales representatives, right? And I know that behind every wheel, there's often a story that begins in the showroom. So I want us to put a spotlight today on the people who make that happen, right? Because beyond the polished pitches and the keys that they hand over, their work is layered with a lot of responsibility, a lot of things. They can persuade you. Trust building is very important for them. Sometimes they're navigating targets, but they have to understand your aspirations and what you really want, right? As they try and sell you a car. So I want us to find out more about the work that they do on a daily. So I'm hosting them on our Across the Desk feature this morning. And if you are in the industry yourself, I'd like you to call in and share what your experience has been like. You can do that on 011-883-0702. You can send a WhatsApp on 072-702-1702. Let me introduce you to the guests this morning. We've got Mpumelelo Dlamini, Senior Executive at Mercedes-Benz in Bryanston. Bomi, thank you so much for coming through, brother. How are you doing?
Thank you. I'm good, Clement. How are you?
Good. We've got Lebohang Diture, who's a sales representative at Halfway Toyota in Honeydew. Lebohang, thank you also for coming through. How are you doing, brother?
Yeah, sure, Clement.
Sure. And then we have Tulani Mkumbuzi, who's a senior sales executive at, is it Cherry or Sherry? Cherry Northcliffe.
How you, I would say it goes with the accent.
Accent,
so
yeah.
How you call it, but when you spell it, it's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
Yes.
Thank you guys for coming through. I really appreciate it. I think you guys do a very fascinating job, but I imagine very difficult as well.
Yes.
Because as someone who has bought a vehicle, I know how difficult I have been as a client, and Bumi will know that. Because some of us hate admin, right? I just wish buying cars would be easy. Like I just say, I want this car, and then tomorrow I pick it up without signing 1,000 papers. And so how do you, or what is, let me start here by, what is the one thing you love the most about the job? Let me start with you.
All right, Mr. Clement. Okay, what I would say I'd love about the job is the interaction that you get with clients.
Yeah.
Because you get to go around backgrounds of each individual, understanding the motives that led to the person wanting to get a vehicle. It might be cross-selling, it might be maybe a finance institution whereby you got an issue where affordability becomes a problem. But you need, for means to an end, work-wise, your work recommends that you need to get a vehicle. So that's where we come in and try and balance the two.
Yeah. And Pumbi, for you, what is it that fascinates you the most?
It's the unknown. It's the unknown. You can start, each month is a new month, literally. So you find yourself, this month you could sell 10 cars, the next month you could sell 2. So each day is a new day.
Yeah,
that's the best. Just
so you there's no guarantee. Like
there is no guarantee.
Sure, that's hectic. For you, Lebo,
there isn't no guarantee at all.
Yeah.
Well, for me, at the end of the day, it is a smile that we put on customers' faces.
Yeah.
The reaction that you get. You know, there's people that would buy a car.
Yeah.
And be so, okay, thank you for my keys.
Yeah, sharp.
I'm out. And then you have that customer who wants flowers, roses. Yes. You know, so for me, it's the delivery part. Yeah. After all the stress, the negotiating, you being Clement, the difficult customer.
Yes.
After having said that and done, it's that part when you say, thank you so much. Red lights are out.
Yeah. Then you're out. And how do you deal with customers that are just not sure? Because this happens a lot, and I've felt it myself where I think this is the car I want, and I'm like, but is it? And I'm like, and then next week I'm like, actually, I want this one. And then the other week I'm like, actually, let's go back to the original. How do you maintain your level of patience? Because you are chasing a target and you want to close this deal, but you also don't want to put too much pressure on the customer. How do you balance that?
Unfortunately, patience is the most key you'll ever have.
Yeah.
But more than anything else, listen. Once you listen to what the client wants, it makes it easier for you. Although they might still be jumping in and there, but build confidence in your product.
Yeah.
Give them reasons why must I buy yours at the moment, while I'm still wanting to check the other brand that has got something similar to what you got. That's the only way you're gonna do it. Because I promise you, there's no way you can. A client can come in today, approve everything done, and say, no, you know what? I'll come and pick up tomorrow in the morning. You know what? I've decided I still wanna, stretch my horizon. I want to check more. I'm telling you, you need to listen. While it's still hot, strike.
Yeah.
While the client is there and wanting to do everything, do it, get it over and done with. Because I'm telling you, there was a drive that allowed them to get into the dealership, fill in the application, get approved, send documents for validations, now coming to view. So now why is
and tomorrow that drive may go down.
Changes overnight.
Yeah.
Even in an hour away from you, the deal you can lose it.
How do you keep the drive on?
So Mina, I mainly I'm selling new cars.
Yeah.
So the best part about the new cars is that you can fill your tunnel up to the next 12 months. An example, you come to me and you say, for me, look, November is my birthday. I'm looking for a black G-Class and I don't want to take it now. So I'm like, fine, let's do an order. There's a car coming in 6 months. There's a car coming the other year. So at least every single month you should make sure that you've got 3 deals that come from pre-orders.
Okay.
And then the other customers, when you come, example, when we dealt with you,
I was very erratic.
But it was so easy for me because then I'm like, look, this is a big purchase. This is not something I sell cars every day, but people don't buy cars every day.
Yeah.
So we have to put that in consideration, you know.
Yeah.
So I can't expect you to do it as if I'm teaching someone to drive overnight.
Yeah.
So it makes it easier to be patient, because the best feeling, like you were saying, Cheese Boy, that the best feeling ever is watching that person saying, I once dreamt I'm going to buy a Merc, and today is the day. So you can't rush that day. I mean, it's been your dream for how many years? And then I
Yes.
just want to make it just like it's just another deal.
Yeah, that's fascinating. And then Lebon, have you ever had a fight with a client because they're just doing this, and you're like, you know what, I'm done with you. Go get another person to sell you a car.
To be honest, yes.
That's true.
Yes.
Can't say no.
It happens. I mean, we deal with so many people, but I believe in sales, to be a sales executive,
Yeah.
you need to have people skills.
Mm.
There is no other. You need to have people skills. You need to go have that glass of water, relax, and get to that call again. Otherwise, you'll end up.
Yeah.
Thing is,
With
in
high
our
blood
industry,
pressure.
we're working in a high paced. Maybe in Toyota, I don't know about Merc. Maybe you guys are more chilled. We work in a high pace. We work with volume.
Yeah.
So you work with so many different people. At the same time, you have to invoice, you have to deliver, you have to answer the call.
Yeah.
People are different. That person wants more attention than the other person.
Yeah.
So you always have to have, that's why it comes back to people's skills. You need to assess your customer. You know that this customer wants more attention.
Yeah.
There's a customer who might call and say, hey, how far is my car?
Yeah.
And then you tell him you'll get your car next week. And then there's another customer who will call you now, I want my car now. Where's your manager? Where's your DP? Send the email.
Sure.
So yeah, people's skill is
it gets stressful.
Yeah.
What trends are you guys seeing in the car industry? Like, what cars are we buying as consumers? From Sherry, for instance, what are you guys seeing?
To be honest,
because I'm seeing a lot of
that's
SUVs
growing.
on the road.
That's because at the moment, Cherry, I would say it's leading when it comes to the technology of the vehicle. Priced, it's also on itself. At the moment, we are the cheapest when it comes to mini SUV, when it comes to the HEV, that means hybrid vehicles, of which we're seeing more transaction that's happening whereby clients are changing their petrol vehicles for the hybrids. But the only thing that they are more scared of is the understanding of the vehicle, the functionality of the vehicle. Because once you get through that process of making them understand it, it's way simpler. They're even excited. Like, are you for real? Are you serious? We already have most of them, I would say majority of them being sold already. So to me, I would say it will be the comfort. They want a peace of mind. That's why Cherry will win when it comes to the warranties. Remember, we got that 1 million 10 years engine warranty. No manufacturer's got that at the moment. So with those, a client has got a peace of mind. You know yourself. You might not even drive the car for 10 years.
Yeah.
But to have that back of mind, you know what? Even if something goes wrong, 5 years after 5 years, because normally after 5 years, mileage is high, you always have an issue.
So they want comfort, they want technology,
price right, and they want the features. Don't dilly-dally. There's a lot who want to stay straight. To me, sunroof doesn't do anything to me. I just need a vehicle. It must take me from point A to point B. Then there's one who's like, oh, I might get, make no mistake.
Without that, I need the features.
That's why I say it goes to listen, understand, then you'll be able to meet the expectation.
Yeah. Bumi, what are you seeing? What's the trend at Mercedes? What are people buying?
So people are actually going for mainly V classes.
Yeah.
Those cars are selling like it's hotcakes.
Yeah.
The V classes and the G classes. Funny enough, the G class we never have stock. Currently, we are like, if I could get 5 G classes today, I'd literally sell them all today.
Jeez.
So, I mean, there's a different type of market that we have, you know. So G63 and the V class, that's one car. If you go in the country right now, you'd get a person saying, I'm looking for a G63.
Sure.
And that's the main thing.
That's okay. And then trends there, Toyota?
Toyota, I'm going to be honest with you. The type of person who buys a Toyota is somebody who's been buying Toyota. You know?
Yeah.
With Toyota, we, like now with Cherry, people are buying Cherries, your Omodas, Chinese brands.
Yeah.
Everybody can see. Those cars are everywhere.
Everywhere on the road.
But I'm telling you, a person who's been driving a Toyota for 20 years, your uncle has been driving one, his friend is driving one.
Yeah.
Like with Toyota, we, lack of a better word, we unshaken.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
and it's about trust, right?
It's about trust.
I know uncles who've been driving Toyota since I was born. That's all I've seen.
And I'm telling you, still going to buy one up until his retirement.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
So that's fascinating, because that means the brand has also been able to develop that
it's a very strong brand
element.
Yeah, Toyota is a very strong brand.
Okay. I'm going to take a quick ad break. When we come back, I've got some listeners, we've got some questions who are sharing some inputs, joining this conversation. So keep sending your messages on WhatsApp, 0727021702. I'll start with them. You can send a WhatsApp voice note as well, or give us a call on 011-883-0702. It's 20 minutes after 10.
Aubrey Masango, weekday evenings from 8 p.m.
The trip by the president to the UN General Assembly and the conversations that have been coming out of that. All of the great speeches, they're nice, they give me goosebumps. But hell, people can't eat Aubrey's goosebumps, eh? Poor Africans are going to be at each other's throats because our leaders don't know how to lead. They are not leading the people so that the people get solutions from them. They want to read us little pieces of documents, of constitutions. They're not leading.
Aubrey Masango on Cape Talk.
Saddle up for springtime success with Hollywood Bets. Experience the thrill of the turf and take a shot at a share of 100,000 Rand in cash and betting vouchers. All you have to do is bet 50 Rand or more on any horse racing meeting online or visit your nearest branch to enter. Spring into action and bet now for your shot at exciting rewards.
T's and C's apply. Hollywood Sportsbook is a licensed betting operator. No persons under the age of 18 years are permitted to gamble. Winners know when to stop. South African Responsible Gambling Foundation toll-free counseling line 0800 006 008 or WhatsApp help to 076 675 0710.
To celebrate 25 years of helping you live the Premier life, FNB Premier is giving you a chance to win a 14-day European tour experience and other cool monthly prizes. Open any FNB Premier account from September to 31 December 2025. Switch your salary, swipe or tap a minimum of 2,000 Rand per month for 3 months straight. Spend and win with FNB Premier. FNB, help changes everything. TCs and competition rules apply. FNB, a division of First Rand Bank Limited, an authorized financial services and credit provider.
Spar brings you super savings. Get 2 litre Spar or sunflower oil for $69.99 with Spar Rewards, or 3 kg Sunlight 5-in-1 washing powder for $79.99. Save 25 Rand with Spar Rewards. Plus, you could win your share of 6 million Rand in instant cash. Competition ends 7 October. Price is valid 23 September to 7 October 2025. While stocks last. T's and C's apply.
This is your business.
Hooray!
This is your business supercharged with the help of zero accounting software. Hooray! This is your business supercharged with the help of Zero, finding you have more time to focus on things you love and not endless admin. Supercharge your business today.
Search Zero with an X.
702 and corporates that care with Netcare are talking about Netcare's My Walk Made with Soul initiative.
This was an initiative that began in 2015, and a lady by the name of Delani Bezadenhout visited us and said, look, I hear Netcare is very involved in sustainability initiatives. Would you be interested in recycling your intravenous drip bags because they're made of a toxic material called PVC? And in passing, she said to me, you know, possibly we could also make shoes. My appeal is that we've handed out 328,000 pairs of shoes. And so my appeal is for South Africans to get together and come onto our website, mywalk.org.za, and donate the cost of a cappuccino. Maybe you can donate 10 shoes.
Netcare, helping future leaders step into greatness. Visit mywalk.org.za to learn more. 702, let's walk the talk. Across the desk
with Clement Manyathela
on 702.
24 minutes after 10 o'clock on our Across the Desk feature this morning. I've got people who sell us cars, your sales executives, sales representatives, and we're just finding out more about the work that they do every single day. We've got Mpumi from Mercedes-Benz Bryanston, Lebohang from Halfway, Toyota Honeydew, and Tulani from Cherry Northcliffe. And I want to take your calls on 011-883-0702. If there's a question you've always wanted to ask sales executives, please keep it coming on 072 as well, 072-702-1702, which is our WhatsApp line. Let's start there.
Good morning, Clement. I just want to pose a question to the guy of Mercedes. I see most of your dealers here in Gauteng or Pretoria specifically, especially Montana and others. There's this brand of MG cars. Are they related with Mercedes, or are they just sharing space? Or because, you know, Sometimes when we like Audi and VW, Range Rover and Land Rover, those kind of relations. So I just want to just confirm the MG car. I don't know the full name of the car, but the MG car, is it related with Mercedes or what? Thank you, JT from Soshanguve.
Thank you, JT. What are those?
So most of those dealers are just mainly sharing space, as some places have been affected by obviously the economy. So some places people are not buying high volumes of spaces of cars. So they are trying to keep Mercedes in some places, and then they share space with maybe other dealers.
Got it. Here's another one.
Good morning, Clement and your guest. My name is Linton from Kempton Park. I just have one question for your guest. Why is it only important for salesperson to attend to a client only when things are going right? Like I've had an experience whereby I tried to buy a car via finance. I gave them my documents. They applied on my behalf, obviously, and things didn't go right. And the salesperson didn't even bother to call me and tell me the news. I just had to figure it out myself that, it means things didn't go right. Well, why is it important for you guys when I got approved and you call me and you give me the good news, but when I have bad news, you don't even bother? Is it only positive? Negatives, you don't, like they're boring you. Thanks. Have a nice day.
That's not a good salesperson. Because then also, how do I then come back to you for you to sell me a car when I can afford it? When you are not sharing it? How do you guys deal with that? Because yes, it's sad news, but you still have to break the news to someone that unfortunately your application was declined.
Yeah. So, luckily, on our end, I don't know how other dealers are working. So, we've got a system that we also have in place.
Yeah.
For example, once the deal, whether it's approved or declined, a client will get a notification whereby then they can also query if they want to, but the salesperson can also follow up because it goes on to their systematic lead that we got that allows us to do follow-ups on all our leads from the inquiry was made up until when the application becomes either taken up or not. So there is constant feedback.
Okay. All right. Constant feedback. What do you guys prefer? Do you normally prefer people who buy... Do people buy vehicles cash?
Yes, we do.
People.
I promise.
Someone just comes here at the 1 mil here or 500. Hi, bro.
Or 5 million.
What? I'm telling you, if his bank allows for the length of amount that he wants to pay them on the spot, it's done.
Okay, what works then for you guys, like in terms of, because you also have to get a commission. Do you get a better commission when it's in cash or when it's finance?
Finance.
No, it's finance. Someone done cash is what just finance it.
No, you do take it, but hey, finance is better because there's certain products we get to sell also.
There's a lot of people who believe, brother, I'm doing you a favor, I'm buying it cash.
Yeah. Like, cash is king.
Yes, you're doing cash, but there's certain products that I can't give you.
Yeah.
So I'm sharing more with the banks than...
Yeah. Are you sharing your finance there? Then we're good to go. Mo, you're calling us from Boxburg. Good morning.
Hi, guys. How you doing?
Hey, Tada. Sure.
Good, man. I just wanted to find out... so I bought many vehicles from Cherry, and you know what? I love the brand. Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Such a nice family to be part of. I just wanted to find out... and I see they're actually taking over the market. So well done, guys.
Thank you.
And shout out to the guys in Northcliffe. Brilliant team as well. I've dealt with them. Super. In terms of going forward in such a high pace, in terms of volume, how does the dealership and how does the brand moving forward, how are they going to sustain this?
Okay, so the momentum that they have now with volume.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Mo in Boxburg, thank you so much for the question.
So, in regards to the momentum, like I was speaking to my esteemed colleagues outside, the brand itself is growing exponentially. So, it's going high. So, as a result, remember, as vehicles and other brands also, the amount of vehicles that are on the roads will also be in line with the amount of people who are also working. So, that means as more people retire, more people are getting new employment. So people like how they are changing vehicles coming to the Cherry brand due to the comfort, price, and features of the vehicle. The only thing we want to do is sustain, and also as the brand grows, we don't lose our clientele that already brought, because also at the same breath, they would want to upgrade their vehicles to the newer vehicles. So meaning the number will still keep on growing. As long as we maintain your client and make sure that you give them attention when needed. That's why we've also got a specialized after what you call customer care team that takes care of clients if there's got any issues with their vehicles or got something that can be related to the bank, whereby we can relate it on their behalf. And they are happy with that.
So he used the word, I'm part of it's good to be part of the family.
Yes.
How important is that for you guys as sales executives to, because there are some people who are loyal to like a specific brand, like Lebon, you spoke about that, Toyota, for instance. Do you have people like that who are like, I'm just a Mercedes guy, that there's a family that out there, every time they have to buy a car, it's a Mercedes, because they take the brand as we're part of the family.
Yeah. So that's another thing that I love about Mercedes at the moment. We are so versatile. So you do have a family that will have a V-Class, which is a family bus, and then the father will probably drive a GLE, and then the child is going to university, they want an A-class. So there are families where a person just buys, there's only 5 Mercs because the great-grandfather drove a Merc, or President Mandela drove a Merc when he was getting out of prison. So when I grow up, I want to drive a Merc. So you do definitely get those, and it's big.
That's amazing. And Lebon, you spoke about the importance of trust, right?
Yeah.
They're coming because, do you have families as well who are like, mom, dad, they came to you and like, we want to drive a Toyota?
So with Toyota, I think your business starts after the car is left the floor. It doesn't mean now that you've serviced your customer, he's gone. You call him after a year, happy birthday, Mr. So-and-so. We want you to come service your car here at this dealership. That's how it works. It's not about, okay, red lights are out, happiness, on to the next one. Not with Toyota. We try our level best to have that retention. Calling your customers, how's your car?
Are you still happy?
Are you still happy? So that's how we build rapport. That's how we build trust with our customers.
I love that. 10:32. Let's get the latest in Eyewitness News headlines. Goodman, I'll start with your call. After the headlines, we'll take some more WhatsApps as well on 072 702 1702. Sfisa, good morning.
Thanks, Clement. Good morning. KwaZulu-Natal Director of Public Prosecutions, Elaine Harrison, says she learned about the disbandment of the Provincial Political Killings Task Team on social media. Harrison is testifying before the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry this morning about her stance on Police Minister Senzo Mkunu's directive to dissolve the unit. Sports, Arts and Culture Minister Gayton McKenzie says he will quit his job on Tuesday when his party, the Patriotic Alliance, withdraws from the Government of National Unity. It's in response to an ultimatum set to Joburg Mayor Dada Morero to reinstate the party's Deputy President Kenny Gunene to his former mayoral committee role. And 3 people have died and hundreds of thousands evacuated in the Philippines as a severe tropical storm hits the country. Walls have collapsed and trees uprooted by severe tropical storm Bulayi, which is sweeping west by northwest at sustained speeds of 110 kilometers per hour. And those are the headlines. This EWN and more at 11 or as it happens.
EWN Traffic.
Traveling on the N3 North, we still have got those roadworks taking place along the route just as you approach the Baklu turn-off. Delays coming out of Marlborough Drive. Please be on the lookout there. While on the M1 North, more roadworks are taking place right near Empire Road, also causing some issues. And we've got delays on the M2 West between Heidelberg Road and Elof Street. Try to avoid that route. You might also want to avoid the M2 West heading towards Amalgam City, coming out of the Crown Interchange towards Main Reef Road. Traffic is backed up there. I'll have more updates for you. Stay tuned.
There's more EWN on air, online, and on the EWN app. The Midday Report.
Weekdays,
12 to 1.
On the Midday Report, every day from 12 to 1 p.m, we will bring you breaking news from the scene as it unfolds with newsmakers, reporters, commentators, experts and analysts. We'll explain the stories of the day, give you context for why they are important and what they mean for you. It is everything you need to know in 1 hour, from news to global events, business, sports, science, books and always some good news too. Appointment listening every day at 12 with the Midday Report.
The Midday Report
with Mandy Wiener.
12 to 1 on 702.
702.
This is your business. Hooray! This is your business supercharged with the help of zero accounting software. Hooray! This is your business supercharged with the help of Zero, finding you have more time to focus on things you love and not endless admin. Supercharge your business today.
Search Zero with an X.
When I say insurance, you say pineapple. Insurance.
Pineapple.
Insurance.
Pineapple.
Insurance.
Pineapple.
Pineapple FSP 48650 is underwritten by Omart Insure Limited, a licensed non-life insurer and authorized FSP.
Light the fire this game day with a winning lineup from Checkers. Like Championship Boerewors, thick or thin for just R109.99 per kilo. Steakhouse Classic Picanha Steak for only R190 per kilo. And Coca-Cola Original Taste Less Sugar Soft Drink, 2 litres, 2 for R45. Save R11. Light the fire, South Africa, and let Checkers do the rest. Deals valid until this Sunday, only at Checkers.
To walk the talk is to turn words into meaningful actions. And it's what we at 702 are committed to doing every day. We are also committed to following the rules set out by the Broadcasting Complaints Commission's Code of Conduct. To give you balanced programming, fair comments, and accurate news. But if we stumble along the way and you feel we are not living up to the code, let us know on comment@702.co.za. And if after that you're still not happy, you can direct your complaint in writing to the Broadcasting Complaints Commission. Email bccsa@nabsa.co.za. For more, visit bccsa.co.za.
Across the Desk
with Clement Manyathela
on 702.
It's 23 minutes now before 11 o'clock. What's that one question you've always wanted to ask the sales executives? Because I've got them in studio with me this morning on our Across the Desk feature as we find out more about the work that they do. And I want to go straight to your calls now. Goodman, let's start with you. You're calling us from Benoni. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, Clement, and good morning to your executives.
Sure.
You know, I've been buying cars for a while, and there's one thing that I just never got to understand. Why do the price that you see is not the price that you pay? Because you find that when you buy a car for 700, there will be some other added cost that they don't tell you about it until you agree to buy a car. For example, they don't tell you that you still have to pay for petrol, you still have to pay for the balloons, you know, the ribbon, you still have to pay for a registration of your car. Even though the dealership is just next door to the licensed municipality license. I find this very, very strange. I went to a dealership the other day, and this guy said, no, but good man, you must understand that we have to make money as well. So all these little costs, they add to our commission. I mean, they spend, then I asked, because they were charging me 6,000 for preparation and delivery fees and all those kinds. Then I said, you know what, guys, when you buy a TV, you don't get paid. You don't get paid for a TV to make them sure that the TV is working. They give you a working product. But with cars, it's totally different. And it's always a channel for me sometimes to buy cars.
So are you a buyer now that says, what is the real price? I see what you're displaying, but what is actually the real price?
Why can't they just include the whole cost into the price?
Because then you think it's expensive, good man. Then you want to go, 800,000, you know? So they need to catch you as you're still excited. Do you guys present the different prices? Or you use the one price to attract? Because, I mean, there's this thing where when you see something is like this amount, you're like, oh, I can get that. By the time you come in and you see it's like 80,000 more, but for some reason you think, it's not bad. You know, when you add it into the bigger number.
Well, on my side, most of my customers want quotations.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I think also customers have changed. I don't know if you guys seen it.
Yeah.
Customers, before they call in or they inquire, already they know what's happening on the internet. They check it out. They call you, Cheese Boy, send me a quotation on this car.
Yes.
You know, Cheese Boy, how much is my installment? Send me that breakdown. To avoid what surprises when they get to the dealership. Yeah, so it has changed on my side. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah,
but customers want.
Okay, so so customers know more now, hey?
Yeah,
Customers
they are
know more
knowledgeable.
now. Like, so they come knowing.
Yeah.
Yeah, ngeke ubadlale.
Clement. That's when it comes to the double shake. A client can come through to you and still say, hey, ngisafuna ukudlala dlala. Due to such things. But if everything is brought up front, you eliminate indaba with hey, ndoda ngathi zakho ziyabiza kakhulu. But that's why at the end of the day you always say there's still left a room for negotiation. So that means whatever you saw and they saw T's and C's apply with the star. That's why first thing most times I'm getting that call, you say, but I see there's T's and C's. What are those T's and C's? That's when you break it down and say, but you can still come through, test drive. Then we can sit down and have a look.
That we can,
Yes.
Okay, let's go to some WhatsApps. 072 702 1702.
Clemson, just please ask the Mercedes-Benz guy as to the G-Wagon. Like, there's a rumor saying that now it has been discontinued. How true is that? And how much does it go for? And what kind of client actually buys that car? So I know that it's high-end clients, but what kind of high-end client is it?
Yeah.
Thanks. Great show. Bye.
Discontinued or just shortage?
I think it's a rumor. There's a lot of people who are just chasing clout with Mercedes cars. So that has not been on any official. I mean, G-Wagon is the highest selling car in the world. You know, so I don't think we've not heard any news like that. I know currently that our order books are closed because production. There's so many people who want that car.
Want it.
Yeah, but
what makes it so attractive?
So a G-Wagon, I'd classify it as a car where you're saying, if you've been doing business or anything, it's a car to say, congratulations, I've done well for all my work and dedication to myself.
Yeah.
So if you've been building a business or you've been a person who's been taking your family to the next chapter of a generation, you know, a G-Wagon is that significant car that you're saying, you know what, I've done well, I'll leave all this money for my kids, or I'll leave you guys with all this wealth. Let me actually buy myself something to signify or to show what I've done for myself.
Okay.
So G-Wagon is not a car that you buy for like, I want boot space or I want this. No. And you hardly see 5 people inside a G-Wagon.
Yeah.
It's always one person.
Just one person.
Yeah.
Hello, Clement. Just a question to your guest there. I once bought a car. I was a first-time buyer. And then I think I made a horrible deal. I just want to ask, like, what is it that the salespeople are doing to educate the new buyers, meaning the ability to negotiate? Because by then I was just excited of buying my new Golf. And then I want to agree with your previous caller there that says for you to be a salesperson, you must have people skills. Yeah, I met a horrible sales executive that I eventually moved to another dealer because of his personality. I think he was just chasing sales instead of making my sale. Yeah, but back to the question, what education are you giving to new buyers? Thank you.
Do you guys deal a lot with new buyers with the different brands? Or it's mostly people who are buying their second, third car? And if you deal with new buyers, I suppose the question is, do you deal with them differently knowing that they don't really understand? Because I mean, when I bought my first car myself, I was just excited. I didn't care about the T's and C's.
Always happens to most.
Yeah. So how do you guys deal with that?
So,
and do you deal a lot with new buyers?
With new buyers. So on my side, it's simpler because I deal with both. But mostly it's new buyers.
Okay.
So on the new buyer end, whereby with the current information always being out there, we're getting clients that before they even come to the floor, before you even say a word, they already know what they're coming to look for, what specs comes with it, and what kilowatt, all those nitty-bitty things. And also remember, the only thing that becomes something that they normally dwell into mostly will be the installment part. So how do you guys get to this installment? Because I see you all can advertise a vehicle for 300,000, but I can pay around 4,000 installment.
Yeah.
That's where now the knowledge needs to be implemented. That's where we got a finance team that's also on the floor, whereby for such financial parties, they come in to give a brief breakdown to the client on how it goes about.
Okay, this is how it's going to
So
affect
you need to go to the vehicle, go to the client, make them understand, and also how the finance also goes.
For you, Boom.
Yeah, no, we do deal with new people, but I always say it's up to us to educate the people. You know, sometimes I'd find a person who comes in and says, "Look, Mpumi, I'd like to buy a car for 6,000 rand," and I always tell everyone that every single person is your customer, even if they're not affording at that very time. Because that very person who wants to spend 6,000, maybe their pastor or their grandfather wants to buy a car in retirement. So you treat everyone accordingly, you know, whether they can afford it at this moment or just because of how you treated them. I've gotten that a lot where a person's like, you know what, I can't buy a car from you. Actually, I know someone who does, you know, just because of how. So you educate the person, and just because they want a dream now, don't shut people's dreams because they can't afford it at this moment.
Yeah.
So we do tag people, come in, sit down, feel the car, know how you'll feel in 5 years' time or 10 years' time.
Yeah.
Go dream.
Go dream.
Go come and dream. Yeah. You did a lot of new or the guys that are returning and
with us it's like 50-50 because we've got so many different cars. Like your Starlets, your Verts, your Corolla Crosses, most of those people are new buyers. It's seldom you find somebody saying, this is my new car, my first car, and being like a Fortune or Hilux. Those are your repeat customers. Person who's been buying cars for years. There you find them on your Land Cruiser 300s, your pickups. That's where you find people who've been buying cars for many years. But your small cars like your Verts, your Starlets, those are the people who are saying that this is my first car. Please just assist me on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you guys say is the most famous car in the group? Because when you speak about Toyota, I remember when my cousin, when I was in high school, bought a Runnex. You guys remember when the Runnex? That car was the best.
Yeah.
And I remember just thinking, oh my goodness. And my cousin still has that Runnex. By the way.
Yeah.
And it hasn't given him issues.
It's a Toyota. Come on, guys.
Hey, Maria, you're in the shailing. Runnex. I remember thinking, I want to drive this car when I start working.
Yeah.
What's the famous though? Okay, that's my famous in the Toyota family. What is it for you? Would you say that's the car that got people going crazy and they loved it? Whether they still love it now or that time has passed.
Well, for me, it would be the Tez.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It would be the Tez.
You know, there's still Tezes out there. Like, when you go back in the village.
Plenty. Every corner in Kasi, there's a Tez.
Yeah.
Every street, actually.
Yeah.
And then, of course, our legendary Hilux.
Yeah.
Can't do anything to a Hilux.
Yeah. No, absolutely. For you?
Corrected. I'll come with my Himmler. All right. On our segment, I would say the Cherry Tiggo 4. Because ever since Cherry reclaimed their name, their 4 has been constant since 2021 till current in sales. They are our moving units from the bottom to put us up there.
Oh, wow.
So Cherry Tiggo 4, I would say, still goes.
And then?
C63. That's one car. Everywhere you go, everyone knows. They just say, please, Malumi, just start it up. C63, 507, the previous generations. That V8, everyone is just going ballistic.
Crazy about it.
Yeah.
12 minutes now before 11.
Welcome to the brand new days.
Sail the world with Norwegian Cruise Line, with more to see, more to do, and more to enjoy. Plus, upgrade your holiday with NCL's More at Sea for premium beverages, specialty dining, and much more. Think international cruising. Think NCL. For the best deals available, visit ncl.com or contact your travel agent. Restrictions apply.
Welcome to the brand new days.
Life can sometimes throw dumb inconveniences your way. Just listen.
My toddler had a meltdown at 11 p.m. because we didn't have any yogurt.
At least baby quart doesn't exist. Yet.
I saved some snacks. Next thing, gone. And it's 9 p.m.
Fire your entire household, Jabu.
I went to shower and there was no soap left.
That's awkward. Don't allow life to inconvenience you.
Come around to Enjet. We're open 24/7. Quick, sharp, and co. At your convenience. Enjet. With us, you are number one.
To celebrate 25 years of helping you live the Premier life, FNB Premier is giving you a chance to win a 14-day European tour experience and other cool monthly prizes. Open any FNB Premier account from September to 31 December 2025. Switch your salary, swipe or tap a minimum of 2,000 Rand per month for 3 months straight. Spend and win with FNB Premier. FNB, help changes everything. TCs and competition rules apply. FNB, a division of First Rand Bank Limited, an authorized financial services and credit provider.
Get online exclusive Unreal deals for 4 days only at Pick n Pay ASAP and Mr. D. Get 200-gram Nescafe Classic Instant Coffee or a 230-gram refill for only 99 Rand 99 each. And assorted 800-gram Clover cheese for only 109 Rand 99 each. Get hundreds of Unreal deals delivered by Pick n Pay ASAP and Mr. D. Valid 25 to 28 September while stocks last. T's and C's apply.
Across the desk
with Clement Manyathela
on 702.
10 minutes before 11 o'clock. Let's go to your calls now. Mike in Midrand. Good morning.
Let me
Hey, I am not doing it.
I don't have with sales executives. My problem is one, and it always happens to all dealerships. You go into there and you buy a vehicle.
Yeah.
Now they don't even ask you, have you got your own means to go register the vehicle on your own, or do you want us to do it on your behalf? They will always say there's reg and licensing X amount of money. And it's exorbitant. It's expensive. Why do they do that?
So you want to register the vehicle yourself?
Oh, exactly.
Okay.
An option of going to Motor Vehicle Registration Authority.
Do you have time for that, Mike?
I work for MVRO.
That's why. That's why.
Those who don't have time, they can go
Not all of us are. Yeah, not all of us are like you and working for that, Mike. Mike and Miran, thank you for that. Yeah. Why do you guys do that? Register for us.
So,
and not that I'm complaining, but I don't have time to go register the vehicle.
So I would say it came as a package because, like you said, convenience. Yeah. So when I buy something, because even clients now want us to do number place, come and fit them at their place. So they don't want to come back to the dealership now, get registered. So we offered such a service. But like I said initially, a client has also has grounds or open space whereby you negotiate. You can tell the dealership this is what's happening. Then they can see what they can do for you. It's not like after everything's been said and done, you don't get to speak to the dealership.
Okay.
There are certain elements or things that they can do to assist you.
Yeah, and
also,
is that what your clients normally prefer? That you do it for them?
Yeah, and all our Mercedes clients want to be treated like an egg. They want, and that's the service that we're willing to give, also because we don't want to find yourselves. You sometimes find a customer, you said, register your own car, your permit expired, you didn't have time or you've been traveling. Now you're calling the salesperson. It's that guy at the dealership. So when we take accountability from the moment, we're saying we're selling you a car, and this is sometimes a bank's possession. So we must make sure that nothing happens, because if you have an accident with that car while you haven't registered it, and then the bank says we're not paying the dealership for the car because, so we had to take accountability on behalf of the client as a representative of the bank.
True. Just to add on what the guys are saying, in terms of like finance, I can't give you the native, the bank's native to say, go register the vehicle. Come on, the car's not yours as yet. Still belongs to the dealership. Another thing is audit. We need to have paper trail. So if I'm going to put all my trust into the customer, and then the customer says, I've registered the car, but I'm not going to give you the disc.
And then
just to avoid that back and forth. So it's convenience and also for our audit to show that, we registered the customer's car, we've got the natives, we also got the proof of the disc.
Yeah.
Sure, with that, Clement. Can you ask your salesman, your sales executives there? If I am to buy a 1 million rand car and they say I must come and test drive, how is taking me for 1 kilometer drive? If I want to test drive, that car from Joburg to Pretoria. Then it's a test drive. Before I thought they must take me to a dead road. I want to But now, if you want that from them, they are so reluctant and so what. Then how am I supposed to make an informed decision if they just make me drive around the block and they call that a test drive?
That's a legitimate question, guys. That's a legitimate question. Well, yeah. Well, boom, you've given me more than a day,
Yeah.
or even more than two.
Couple, of course.
Yeah, a couple of days to go test drive. But I've seen that before. There are like the car dealerships that will say, here's an hour or 30 minutes. Just go, come back. And I mean, guys, that doesn't really give me the feel of the car, you know.
I would say, Clement, also in that regard.
But also, you can't also just trust
that's
anybody
what I
and
want to
just
say
give
for
them a car
security also.
for a 2 day.
Security and safety part of it also. Remember, you're my first time buyer.
Yeah.
And most, I can guarantee you, if not all, 90% to 99%, people who buy vehicles close to $1 million and above.
Yeah.
Knowledge is there. It's not something like out of nowhere you just wake up and say, I want $1 million rent car.
Yeah.
You took the time, you studied the car, you knew what you want because that's an invest. It's gonna be remember, vehicle value depreciates. So it's not something that you're gonna say, no, you know what, I'm gonna take this tomorrow, I'm gonna take it back. No. So a client, when it comes to a $1 million rent car, I can guarantee you they know more about the vehicle than led on. So as a result, for safety and for your own peace of mind, the reason why we take a shorter route, you already know it. So now something happens to the vehicle.
Yeah.
Who's going to be liable?
Then
Because you say, no, I was test driving it.
Yeah.
I haven't made a decision to buy it yet. And now something's wrong with the vehicle. So such clients that you've known bought 1 or 2 vehicles. To some extent, you get them to get the vehicle even for a week.
Yeah.
Just for them to have that feel. Because you already have the details and everything about them.
Okay. Yes. You've got their stuff, yeah. How do you deal with test drives?
Test drives, funny enough, with us, it's not all customers at once. That's why you just need to be patient. So, example, like you'll never find a customer who wants to test drive a G63 or a Maybach. You know what I mean?
I want that and let's go.
This is what I want. Tell me when the car is here, drop it at my garage. You know, they don't even want balloons. But there are customers that you have to, you know, it's like when we had an experience, and if a person is new to the brand, let's get the finance approved. Let's see that, okay, you are willing to do this, and then we have something to say this is legit. Otherwise, any guy could just come for a test drive and take the car, and then it's over the border.
And then,
And
now egg is on your face. Yeah. And then, Leboha?
I'm going to be honest, on my side, we don't do plenty of test drives.
Yeah.
Also, with in my field, I get all my customers from TikTok.
Really?
Yeah. All, not some, not one, all.
How do you do that?
Cheeseball halfway, you find me on TikTok.
On TikTok, do you post cars? And
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Also,
is it mostly young? So your customers are mostly young?
No.
What?
Not at all.
They talk to their parents.
There's a pastor on
Yeah,
TikTok.
yeah. Everyone's on TikTok.
There's a farm on TikTok. You'd be surprised the kind of customers that you get from TikTok.
Wow.
So meaning TikTok, it's everywhere, nationwide. So 60 to 70% of my customers, I don't know them face to face.
Wow.
I've never seen them. Maybe I might be in a road rage with them one day.
And then,
I don't know them. So test drives, I don't do much of them.
That's
every
fascinating.
now and then. Yeah.
That's fascinating. One thing I've realized about the industry is it's really about trust.
Yes.
I mean, there are many people you say, oh, you're going to buy this car. You want a Sherry, you want a Toyota or Mercedes. Speak to this person.
Definitely.
You know, and I pick that a lot. I'm like, oh, these people, you end up building trust. And I thank you guys for coming through and sharing your stories with us. Where can people find you?
You can find me at Cherry Northcliffe.
Northcliffe. And ask, get there and ask for Utulani.
I'm the only one.
Yeah, get to Sherry Northcliffe, ask for Utulani. Bumi?
Mercedes-Benz Bryanston and social media MPUMS Ltd.
What a complicated
Instagram.
social media name.
Booms Limited.
Oh, Booms. Okay, so
Limited.
basically Boo with a Z.
Yeah.
Booms. Okay, Lebohag?
Cheeseball halfway on TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
you don't
very
have to
easy.
give us address.
Yeah.
'Cause as long as they're on TikTok, you're good.
Just type there, Cheeseboy or halfway. You'll find me.
Cheeseboy or halfway on
And then
TikTok.
I'm at halfway Toyota Haniju, the biggest Toyota dealership in SA and the best in terms of service.
Amazing.
Amen.
Thank you so much, guys, for coming through.
It's a pleasure.
Bumi Lebohang Tilani. This was so much fun. It's 2 minutes before 11.
Hola Mzansi, Dr. Kumalu here. The first official Bafana game is now live at 10bet. With Bafana Megaways from 10bet, everyone can play for Bafana. Join now at 10bet.co.za.
10bet is a licensed betting operator and supports responsible gambling. No persons under the age of 18 shall be permitted to bet. Betting can be addictive. Winners know when to stop. South African Responsible Gambling Foundation toll-free counseling line 0800 006 008 or WhatsApp help to 076 675 0710. License number 921096661.
At the heart of global conversations shaping the future, Africa's voice matters more than ever. As Africa's longest bank by assets, the largest bank by assets and lead sponsor of the B20 Summit, Standard Bank Group is proud to spotlight the continent's growth, partnerships and potential on the world stage. Through informed dialogue and powerful partnerships, Standard Bank is driving sustainable growth where it matters most. Standard Bank is an authorized FSP and registered credit provider.
Dreaming of a tropical escape? World Leisure Holidays has your ticket to paradise with exclusive getaways to the Indian Ocean Islands. From the beaches of Mauritius and the Maldives to the charm of Madagascar, Seychelles, Zanzibar and more, your dream destination awaits. Take advantage of early bird specials and pay stay offers. Call 011-285-2500 and mention 702 for a mystery discount. Or follow us on social media or contact your nearest travel professional. Start planning your escape today. T's and C's apply.
Backed by popular demand, legendary jazz icon Kenny G will be performing at the Super Bowl at Sun City on Friday, the 3rd of October. Get ready for an unforgettable night of timeless hits and pure musical magic. Get your tickets from webtickets.co.za. Brought to you by Breakout Events and 702.
This is EWN.
Good morning, I'm Sfiso Zulu. KwaZulu-Natal Director of Public Prosecutions, Elaine Harrison, says she learned about the disbandment of the Provincial Political Killings Task Team on social media. Harrison is testifying before the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry this morning about her stance on Police Minister Senzo Mchunu's directive to dissolve the unit. Last week, the Commission heard that Harrison had assigned a team of prosecutors to work alongside the unit and to ensure that investigations into 121 dockets of interest were prosecution-led. Harrison has confirmed that she was never formally notified about the disbandment of the task team.
When had you first heard of the disestablishment of the task team?
As I've indicated, through media, it was floating on social media from about the 3rd of January.
So this was approximately 4.5 months after you first heard of the disestablishment or the alleged disestablishment of the task team.
That is correct, Council.
Sports, Arts and Culture Minister Gayton McKenzie says he will quit his job on Tuesday when his party, the Patriotic Alliance, withdraws from the government of national unity. It's in response to an ultimatum set to Johannesburg Mayor Dada Morero to reinstate the party's Deputy President Kenny Kunene to his former mayoral committee role. This after a legal probe ordered by McKenzie cleared Kunene of wrongdoing by being at the scene of the arrest of murder-accused Katiso Molefe. In a social media post this morning, McKenzie says his party will also be withdrawing from all coalitions at other government levels next week. Lindsay Dentlinger takes a look.
Patriotic Alliance leader Gayton McKenzie says his party has been accommodating in the Johannesburg Metro, relinquishing one of its 2 promised mayoral committee seats to the IFP. McKenzie says Mayor Dada Morero has been colluding with the EFF to give the party the transport portfolio after refusing to appoint PA newcomer 24-year-old Liam Jacobs to the post following Kenny Kunene's resignation. McKenzie says it's been humiliating for the party to have to withdraw Jacobs, a former DA MP, as a city councillor after just a few weeks. But McKenzie writes that the last straw has been the city's failure to provide water to communities in Westbury and New Clare, and says he arranged to send 4 water trucks to the area after desperate appeals from residents. McKenzie says the PA can't be part of a coalition where it's not respected and will rather withdraw. If McKenzie follows through on this threat, the PA will be the first party to withdraw from the GNU since its formation 15 months ago, and he will be the first minister to resign as a result. Lindsay Dentlinger, Eyewitness News.
The case against a woman accused of ploughing her car into a group of teenage girls in the east of Johannesburg is back before the Germiston Magistrates Court today. 67-year-old Martha van der Walt is facing a charge of culpable homicide for allegedly running over and killing 15-year-old Priti Mahlangu. The matter was postponed to today after the state asked for more time to gather outstanding evidence during the last court proceedings last month. Tandalute Ngobo reports.
The state had told the court in last month's proceedings that it is still gathering crucial evidence, including video footage, photographs of the scene, hospital records, and post-mortem reports. However, the Mahlangu family expressed frustration at the delays, claiming evidence was already handed over to authorities. The family is demanding a charge upgrade to murder. 67-year-old Martha van der Walt is accused of driving over and killing 15-year-old Priti Mahlangu during a Zulu cultural coming-of-age ceremony in June. Beyond the charge being upgraded, the family says it is seeking an apology from the accused. Thandul Hlengobo, Eyewitness News.
And 3 people have died and hundreds of thousands evacuated in the Philippines as a severe tropical storm hits the country. Walls have collapsed and trees are uprooted by severe tropical storm, which is sweeping west by northwest at sustained speeds of 110 kilometers per hour. Some residents in one province took cover under benches as the roof of a church where they were sheltering was ripped by the storm. Videos shared on social media show people using boats to navigate waist-deep water on flooded streets. Gold is trading at $3,747.50 an ounce. The rand is at 17.43 to the dollar, 23.29 to the pound, 20.36 to the euro. Brent crude oil is at $69.56 a barrel.
And in the traffic, we've got an accident on the N3 North after Van Buren Road. It's causing heavy delays coming out of the Geldenes interchange while traveling on the Mike 1 North bumper-to-bumper traffic between the Crown interchange and Empire Road due to roadworks.
A cloudy Friday in store for Gauteng. The temperatures will peak at highs between 23 and 25 degrees. The top story in EW in this hour. KwaZulu-Natal Director of Public Prosecutions, Elaine Harrison, says she learned about the disbandment of the Provincial Political Killings Task Team on social media.
EWN, in touch, in tune, and independent. For the latest, visit ewn.co.za or download the EWN app.
You're with Clement Manyathela
On 702.
Let's Walk the Talk, streaming on the Prime Media Plus app,
DSTV channel 856.
92.7 and 106 FM.
Eight minutes after 11 o'clock. Dumelang. Welcome to the third and final hour of the Clement Manyathela Show. Thank you for staying with us here on 702. Time now for Adult Radio, our relationship and sex feature.
Relationship issues
Relationship talk.
on 702.
So today we are, as we always do, around this time on a Friday, no kids are allowed because this is an adult conversation. Today we're talking about something called swinging. Swinging 101 and deciding whether it is right for you. What are the things that you should consider? How has it helped couples? Can it even help couples? Can it help you? Has it helped you? Swinging is essentially having sex with other people with your partner's consent. People do it to spice up their love lives. There are couples who do it because they feel like things have been a bit boring in the relationship and they're trying to add some spice, right? And there are different types of swinging you can do. You have a soft swing where you can perform sexual acts in front of another couple, or you can have a full swing where you can swap partners but it's not like polygamy because you are not having relationships with these people. Have you tried it? Is it something you'd be interested in or not? And how do you start it if you're considering it? Right? How do you get your partner to even consider that? It's like ethical non-monogamy, except that you're not having a romantic relationship. It's only sexual encounters, and oftentimes your partner is there. I mean, we're living now in times when people are no longer afraid of going after what makes them happy, right? Gone are those days when certain choices, especially when it comes to sexual preferences, would be seen or labeled as taboo. And this, at some point, was definitely taboo, but things have changed. There are people who are starting to embrace these new creative ways to add spice in your relationships. So have you ever considered participating in swinging? Did you even know about it? Do you personally know of a couple that is engaging in this type of relationship? And if you've tried it, how has it helped you, if at all? 011-883-0702 is the number to dial. The WhatsApp line is 072-702-1702. Casey Blake is a sexologist and a registered counselor who's going to guide us through this conversation. How are you doing, Casey? Good morning.
Good morning, Clement. So lovely to speak to you again.
Lovely to chat to you. So let's start with defining what swinging is. How would you best describe it?
All right. So I would just make a slight correction to what you said just now. Ethical non-monogamy is the umbrella term where people have different ways to engage in non-monogamy consensually with their partner's knowledge and consent.
Yeah.
So swinging is one of the ways. So swinging is where there's a focus on sexual non-monogamy. Often the couples who engage in swinging are romantically and emotionally monogamous with each other. They're not looking for more relationships, as you accurately said, but they're sexually non-monogamous. And then under that umbrella, we've also got polyamory and relationship anarchy and all the other ways that people can do things without the element of deceit and secrecy.
Okay. So with swinging then, this is when you are monogamous with your partner emotionally, but sexually, there's room for you as a couple to explore outside sexually, but that must be with the consent of you, like either of you in that relationship or in that marriage.
Yes. So lots of people do swinging differently. So also, I just want to say that's the most common definition of swinging. Every swinger has their own definition of swinging. And it feels like that's an important disclaimer to make because every swinger does it differently, depending on how that person or couple's boundaries are set up, their relationship agreement is made up. So there are... My brain just had a blank because I can see myself instead of you on the Zoom, and it's very distracting.
Okay, let me do this. Actually, let me do this. I'm going to let me switch on my Zoom here. Let me switch on because I should have done that actually.
Please.
I'm gonna switch on my Zoom.
Then I can
here,
watch you while I'm speaking,
and then you can look at me as I'm speaking. It will be sorted in a moment. What type of a person though, or couples would be interested in a swinging relationship? Like, I mean, I can imagine there are people out there listening to us and saying, but if I'm married to this person, if I'm in a relationship with Clement and I'm happy, why would I want to participate in something that brings in other people into our sexual relationship?
Oh, there are so many reasons why people look into non-monogamy, consensual non-monogamy. One of the things is important to point out that monogamy is an option, but we grow up thinking that monogamy is compulsory. So there's a lot of societal framing that makes non-monogamy, well, and I'm going to keep saying consensual non-monogamy because we know that cheating and non-consensual non-monogamy is a much more common phenomenon.
Yeah.
So I keep coming back to consensual non-monogamy when your partner knows or is involved with the other people that you're bringing in.
Okay.
So some people, like you said, they do it because it can spice up their sex life. I do want to say that if couples are wanting to use non-monogamy as a way to fix any kinds of relationship instability, it is a fantastic way to highlight the cracks and difficulties in your relationship and increase insecurities. So couples who swing don't do it to fix the relationship. They do it because they've got the safety of a committed, loving relationship where there's stability, and they get to explore different fantasies together without having to sneak around. There's a lot of excitement for swingers in knowing that this adventure is going to happen. Lots of swingers have fantastic build-up and post-hoc sex. Fantastic, often better than the encounter itself. Because it's the idea of what they're going to be doing together and what they're going to be watching. It's the idea of getting pleasure from watching your partner be pleasured and give pleasure.
I see. So, okay. So, and I love the distinction you've just made there, that actually the healthier way to do it is if this is something you guys are interested in, you want to explore together, and you want to spice things up, but not necessarily because you're trying to fix something, right? Or because there's like maybe an issue we haven't had sex in 6 months or in a year, and we think, oh, then bringing in other people somehow is going to resolve whatever issues that we've been dealing with. So you've mentioned that there are different types of swingers. So is it fair then to say that swinging in this sense is whatever sexual activity that's going to happen outside of this marriage or couple, that both these two people in a relationship have to be there? So, you know, as Casey, you can't just say, hey, my husband or wife, I'll see you tomorrow because tonight I'm going to have some fun with somebody else, and you've consented to that. So what, your partner would have to be there?
I mean, that is one way that some people swing. So there's separate swinging. So let's go with some of the stuff you mentioned. We've got the soft swap. That's often where the two couples, and it's often two couples. So let's go, before I even go there, the history of swinging comes from the idea of wife swapping or partner swapping. And it is very difficult to find an actual historic, like this is accurate, fact-checked history. But for as long as I've known about swinging, which is more than a decade and a half, it has always been its predecessor was wife swapping and a hot wife fantasy. It's a porn category, hot wife. So it's often threesomes and stuff and foursomes. So it'll be two couples who want to explore, but they do not want any penetration happening between the couples. So couple one and couple two will only penetrate themselves, but they won't be penetrating the other couple's partners. But what the other partners can do will be any kinds of other sex. It may be kissing is allowed, hand stimulation, oral stimulation, massage, lots of different ways to stimulate each other without penetration happening. So that's the common idea behind a soft swap or a soft swing.
Okay, and then the full swing?
Yeah. So full swing is where people they still have their rules. I feel like it's really, really important to say there are still going to be rules and boundaries. There's going to be a lot of conversations about what can be done before you enter into a full swap. But a full swap would be when penetration of both partners by other partners is allowed.
Okay.
If it's two heterosexual couples, then both men have permission and consent to penetrate both women.
Yeah. What are the risks that are associated with that, Casey? I mean, I would imagine if you are taking your partner and you guys are meeting this couple and you're going to have all fun, the four of you, I mean, isn't there a risk there of your partner maybe getting fully attracted and getting too emotionally attracted with someone? Now, when you get back home, your partner is thinking about an amazing experience last night that they had with this person's partner, and that could run the risk of them being tempted to even pick up the phone one day when I'm out of town and say, hey, let's hook up the two of us. They don't have to know about it.
So a foundation of swinging is trust. So yes, this is absolutely a thing that is a risk. And I think that's why swinging couples talk about sex with other people at least 100 times more than they have sex with other people, because they're going to have these conversations to check in on their own insecurities, their own comfort levels on a theoretical basis before they even engage in a meeting with another couple. So a lot of people do meet and greets. They will go meet for coffee or dinner or lunch, see if there's enough mutual attraction between the four people. What makes swinging one of the obstacles is there's no guarantee that all four people are going to find another person attractive in that grouping. So they're going to have enough attraction for there to be for people to want to have the sexual engagement with the other people. But the risk that you mentioned about, this huge attraction is important. And I think that's part of the conversations. Why are you in this relationship? Why are you married? Why are you in this relationship? And why are you looking for this kind of adventure? Because being sexually attracted to someone does not guarantee that you're going to do anything about it in the future. Of course, people who are deceitful will be deceitful, whether or not, if you're trying to do swinging to avoid affairs, I'm sorry, but only the person who is doing it honestly is going to be the one continuing to do so. This is affairs and infidelity have their own excitement and risk profile attached. This is not a way to prevent it necessarily. This is a way for you to get the adventure and fun and to be able to talk about it before and after. I think that's what we forget, is the build-up is so exciting. So many people talk about the best sex they have is before the encounter, for the weeks that they're planning this, because remember, people have kids, they have lives, they've got family members, they have to navigate what weekend or what evening does everybody's schedule align when there's childcare arranged, if your kids are still young enough to need childcare. All these things have to fall into place. So it takes weeks of scheduling. So there's lots of build-up. And then the excitement afterwards, talking about what was fun, what was disappointing. How are your partners good at really, you didn't realize how good your partner was at certain things until you've had other people try it. Wow, there's something that my partner can learn about this one thing that I didn't even know. I learned some skills I didn't know. All these kinds of conversations can happen. But as you can hear, they require a lot of security
and a lot of
trust.
maturity, Casey. Because can you imagine your partner telling you that I want you to do what that person did when we did our swinging thing a weekend ago? I mean, I can imagine how that poor person is going to feel. You probably feel like, oh, well, have I been failing you sexually?
So let me reframe that question situation. It's often more like, what did you enjoy about what that person did to you? Is there anything I can do that's the same, that's different? What did they do differently? Where can I upskill? Much more than that person did this so much better than you. It's much more of remember, it's about the excitement of watching each other get pleasured.
Yeah.
Right? So it's not about how you're going to get better sex with other people. It's about other people do things differently. What can we learn?
Yeah. Yes, for both of us to enjoy this. Yeah.
100%.
Okay. Got it. It's 23 minutes now after 11 o'clock. We're going to take a quick ad break. When we come back, we're going to take your calls on 011-883-0702. What do you understand about swinging? Is it something you've tried? Is it something you're interested in exploring? What worries you about it? Did it work for you? Did it not work for you? Please share your experiences with us. You can send a WhatsApp voice note as well on 072-702-1702.
John Perlman. Weekday afternoons,
3 to 6.
The numbers tell us that there's a huge opportunity lost, and your point about down and upstream industries, jobs on the line. The cost to the country is immense. Why are we in this situation? And if there are fixes, why aren't they being implemented?
The biggest thing is that we are not competitive towards China anymore. That's ultimately what happened, is that beneficiation moved outside of South Africa, actually based around three major components. And the first one is in electricity. Electricity cost has risen from 2007.
John Perlman.
3 to 6 on 702.
The South African Future Trust Summit's Premium Entrepreneurial Showcase returns to the Sandton Convention Center on the 5th and 6th of November in partnership with Standard Bank. The summit will bring together entrepreneurs with bold ideas and big ambition. Join masterclasses with industry experts who will share valuable knowledge on relevant topics and seize the opportunity to pitch your business ideas to leading investors. So book your seat now at summit.southafricanfuturetrust.org in partnership with 702.
Oh, hello. Let's do a little word association. I'll say some phrases, you see how they make you feel. Retirement, credit card balance, another interest rate hike. Still calm? Well then, you've got the F Factor. It's that special something that comes from having a clear financial plan to manage and protect your finances. If you broke into a sweat, you probably don't have it yet. Visit livewithconfidence.co.za to up your F Factor. Sanlam. Live with confidence. T's and C's apply. Sanlam Life is a licensed life insurer and authorized FSP.
Before a masterpiece takes shape, there's a single line that starts it all, until every curve and every angle reflects the clarity of a single vision. And only then does inspiration take its final form. The all-new Audi A5, designed to inspire. Starting from $14,499 per month with a guaranteed future value. Visit audi.co.za or your nearest dealer for more. T's and C's apply.
Mzansi, play Powerball for a massive 90 million rand guaranteed jackpot this Friday, and you could win big, just like the lucky Powerball Plus jackpot winner who won over 69 million rand on Tuesday. The winning ticket was purchased in-store in Mpangeni, KwaZulu-Natal. Buy your tickets now in-store on nationallottery.co.za, the mobile app, cell phone banking, or simply dial *120*7529# for USSD. Panda, Pusha, play. Players must be 18 years old or play responsibly. E2 is the proud operator of the National Lottery.
There's something magical about booking your next getaway. Whether you're flying for business or leisure, Airlink is ready to take you there in premium comfort. With over 45 destinations in 15 African countries, Airlink connects you throughout Southern Africa and beyond. No middle seats, just wider window or aisle seating. And yes, free luggage, snacks and beverages are still our thing. Plus, our Skybucks frequent flyer program rewards you every time you fly. Book on flyairlink.com or your travel agent. Fly Airlink, the freedom of the African sky.
Relationship issues?
Relationship talk.
On 702.
26 minutes after 11 o'clock. Your calls on 011-883-0702. WhatsApp's on 072-702-1702. Let's start with Miss V, who's calling us from Sandton as we continue this conversation about swinging. Miss V, good morning.
Yes, good morning, everybody. Good morning.
Hi.
Hi.
So, what do you understand about swinging? Do you want to share an experience with us?
So I have a club in Wynberg, Sandton. It's called Fetish Haven, South Africa.
Okay.
We are a king club, a fetish club, so we specialize in all the things, BDSM, swinging, everything. And I love the conversation that you're having because swinging is a great way to enhance your relationship. If it's built on a solid foundation, as the young lady was saying, instead of fixing it. If you want to fix it, it's not going to work.
Ah, okay. So in a swingers club then, what normally happens? Is it?
So we have parties every day, literally, but mostly weekends. And our the parties are, first of all, you in an environment where you can mingle and connect with like-minded individuals.
Okay.
There's no pressure to play or to interact. You don't have to. You can build friendships. You can build connections. You can come to dance. It's not just about, I'm there to get it on or whatever. But a lot of couples use it as a platform to connect with other couples and experience what the lifestyle is about and how to go about it. And it usually does. It's not just on the first night you get there and everything happens or whatever. It's also a great way if you're an introvert or something like that, or someone that doesn't dress sexy or whatever, to get you out of your comfort zone, to just be in an environment where there's no judgment, there's no people looking at you and saying, oh, you're too fat, too skinny, too this, to that. It's usually, So,
do people dress up when they come to?
Absolutely. And I'm the only literally multiracial club. So we have all shapes and sizes. It's not just about the sexy people and Bo Derek number 10. It's all shapes and sizes. So
so it's like a fetish club as well.
It's a fetish club. It is about swinging is a fetish.
Yeah.
BDSM, kink, anything
Yeah.
is a fetish. It's something you enjoy and something you like doing.
Okay.
So that is what it is.
Oh, that's fascinating. Miss V in Senton, thank you for sharing that. I honestly didn't even know about swingers clubs. Or there's something like that. In fact, there's a voice note as well that somehow speaks to a similar thing.
Clement, the first time I heard about a swing was from my white colleagues and white customers when they were talking about a swing club that they've been to recently and talking about advising each other which swing club has more members, more couples to experiment with and so on. I don't think any black person who does a swing club. I don't know, but with us black people, we don't really need to do a swing club because I can just go partying and then I'll get somebody to experiment with instead of literally taking my partner with to do a swing. That wouldn't do it.
Well, you would be surprised that Miss V says it's a multiracial swingers club. So, yeah, you'd be surprised. And maybe let me also ask and I know some people are shy, but maybe just call us anonymously or send us a message as a black person out there if you want to weigh in and share your experience with us. Casey, before we go to the headlines, you want to respond to what Ms. V said or what this voice note said?
Oh, just to the voice noter, that what you describe is not swinging, because the whole point of swinging is to be able to share the experience, if not at the same time, because some people go and meet with other people and then their partners find out the entire story later. Like, there's an entire unpacking of what happened and what did you like and what didn't you like. If you're doing it just going out and having fun without your partner, you're not swinging. You're just
except she did say that
non-consensual monogamy.
She did say that some people come with their partners, so there are couples who come to the swingers club.
So that's with Miss V.
Yes,
I'm talking
Miss V.
about the voice note.
The other
who was
voice
like,
note.
I can just do this thing without it.
Yeah.
So the thing about the swinging scene is there are many clubs, but not all of them are inclusive. So Miss V's club is one of the multiracial clubs where you can go and have all kinds of fantasies played out without people being excluded based on race.
I got it. Okay, it's 11:31. I've got some more voice notes coming through and some calls. And people are asking about Miss V's club because they want the address. They want to go check it out. Okay, we'll share the address. We'll share the address in a moment. You guys are adults. You're consenting. If it's something you're discussing with your partner, hey, and it's something you think is going to somehow build a relationship, you want to experience it together, why not? 11:32, Mbali, good morning.
Thanks, Clement. Good morning. KZN Director for Public Prosecutions, Elaine Harrison, says uncertainty surrounding the disbandment of the Provincial Political Killings Task Team disrupted her planning for annual operations. Harrison had deployed a group of prosecutors to work alongside the task team to ensure investigations were prosecution-led, but she has told the Malanga Commission of Inquiry today that she was never formally informed of Police Minister Senzo Mchunu decision to dissolve the team. The ad hoc committee investigating allegations of police corruption is meeting today to finalize its list of additional witnesses. The proposed list includes President Cyril Ramaphosa, disbarred advocate Malesela Tifo, as well as former police minister Nathi Mthethwa. The committee was established to also probe allegations of corruption made by KZN Police Commissioner Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi. And former ANC President Thabo Mbeki is set to lead a political school class for ANC structures in KZN at the weekend. It comes as the party works on its renewal and rebuilding program. The session will be Mbeki's first session with the party's KZN teams since reconfiguration in February this year. Those are the headlines. This EWN and more at midday or as it happens.
EWN Traffic.
This EWN traffic is brought to you by cars.co.za. Let's find what moves you. Amo, how are we looking on the road?
Well, Clement, we've got an accident in a village, Maine. It's along the M2 West. It happened right just before Boyson's Road, causing delays coming out of Heidelberg Road. About a 15-minute hold-up there. If you were traveling towards Amalgam, more delays on the M2 West between the Crown Interchange and Main Reef Road. Otherwise, heading towards Parktown, bumper-to-bumper traffic on the Mark 1 North between Car Street and Empire Road. That's due to roadworks. More roadworks are taking place along the N3 North, causing delays between Marlborough Drive and the Baklu interchange. Otherwise, in the city of Tshwane, some delays along the N14 North just as you approach the R101. Please be on the lookout there. The delays are as you come out of Euphis Road. I'm Amo Ramila, and that's your last traffic update from me. Otherwise, Karabo Jale will continue walking the talk with you on the traffic desk. Stay tuned.
There's more EWN on air, online, and on the EWN app.
Majestic handling. A V8
Cars.co.za.
horsepower that is.
Cars.co.za.
This is very annoying. I'm trying to read a car radio advertisement.
Whatever car you want to buy or sell, cut through the and just go to cars.co.za and let's find what moves you. Cars.co.za.
Betway's exclusive new games are taking the world by storm. Featuring massive Megaways jackpots. Take your shot on Cash and Riches, Wolf Blaze, Gallo Gold Brunos, and many more incredible experiences for you to choose from. You're guaranteed to find a new ultra fun favorite. Get way more only at Betway. Betway is licensed by the Mpumalanga Economic Regulator. No persons under the age of 18 are permitted to gamble. NRGP counseling line 0800 006 008. All events are fixed odds betting games.
Spar brings you super savings. Get 1 kg stock country spread 40% medium fat spread tub for $45.99. Save 12 Rand with Spar rewards, or 2-liter Coca-Cola regular only. Buy 2 for 42 Rand. Save 14 Rand with Spar rewards. Plus, you could win your share of 6 million Rand in instant cash. Competition ends 7 October. Price is valid 23 September to 7 October 2025 while stocks last. T's and C's apply.
Year in, year out, we're fixing tires faster than a Formula One pit crew. My team is on top of things like tire whisperers. If an unforeseen accident were to happen in my workshop, at least I've got My Way business insurance to keep the wheels turning.
Visit myway.co.za or dial 0860 64 64 64 and get a quote today. My Way is a licensed non-life insurer and FSP. T's, C's and standard rates apply. My Way. Live your way.
Zinzi, the Gen Z. Word on the street is you sold your car.
Yes, and you know I needed a glow up. Hashtag no hustle, no hassle.
So wait. The influencer got influenced by We Buy Cars.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. And they came to me. They checked the car, they gave me an offer. Oh, and they paid me immediately. Easier than an Insta Live, without the weird DMs at 2 a.m.
I didn't understand half of the things you just said, but hey, We Buy Cars. Geared for the glow up. Geared for you.
Relationship issues?
Relationship talk.
On 702.
23 minutes before 12 o'clock. Yes, guys. Miss V's club is called Fetish Haven, South Africa. You won't believe how many people are asking about it. So a lot of us always want to be like, oh, I'm reserved. You know, I'm surprised they're even talking about this, but then, you want to check out the Swingers Club. So we got a call from Ms. V earlier on, who runs the Swingers Club. And my goodness, a lot of people are calling to find out where it is. So maybe just Google it, Fetish Haven, South Africa. That's what Ms. V said when she called a little earlier on. We're talking about swinging this morning, just 101. How does it help you as a couple? You don't do it because you're trying to fix what's broken. You do it because maybe that's something you want to experience with your partner. You want to have some fun. You want to spice up things in your intimate life. And Casey Blake, who's a sexologist and registered counselor, has been guiding us through this conversation. And I want to go to some of the questions coming through on the WhatsApp line. Casey Anonymous says, Clement, please can you ask Casey, what's the difference between an open relationship and swinging? Because I seem to be confusing the two.
Such a good question, but I don't have a clear definition because, like I said, all swingers have their own ways of swinging, and most open relationships have their own way of being open. There's no one way to be consensually non-monogamous. So an open relationship is very similar to swinging, according to my understanding and the conversations I've had with people who are in open relationships, where they're not necessarily involved with the sex that their partners are having. Their partners have the freedom and permission. Permission sounds like such a possession type word, but they've got the freedom, the consent to be able to have sex with other people without necessarily having their partner involved, but their partner knows it's happening. It's not behind their partner's back. With swinging, your partner is either very much involved in the interaction, they're in the room, they're watching, they're participating, or they know about it, and you guys are going to have phenomenal sex when you have a post-mortem later.
Okay, got it. And then another one says, hi, Clement. Honestly, we all know it's not really consensual because one person is just so desperate to keep their partner, so they end up saying it's okay to do the swinging thing, but it's not okay. It just hurts so bad that you're not good enough. So how do couples handle this then, Casey? Because there are some couples, maybe your partner then tells you that, hey, let's try this thing, and you end up feeling like, I'm not enough, clearly. Maybe I'm not satisfying you sexually.
So
Maybe you can
important.
advise some couples on how do they have a conversation like this, whether you are the one asking and introducing the topic or you're on the other side.
So there's often a phrase that gets thrown around in the swinging lifestyle called taking one for the team. And it's never a good idea to take one for the team because you're not getting your needs met. And that's why I say, if you're going into the swinging space because you feel like it's the only way to keep your partner, that's a crack in your relationship. It is not a solid foundation. Lol, dyslexia becoming verbal. It's not a solid foundation. That's a big crack. The insecurities that you don't have the freedom in your relationship to talk about. When things are not consensual, they're coercive. So let's just take a step back and talk about what does consent mean. Consent means that the thing that's going to happen, everybody agrees to it happening, everybody wants it to happen, and nothing bad will happen if nothing happens. So the consequence of this example of if you don't go swinging, you're going to lose your partner. That's a something. That's not a nothing. That's coercion.
Yeah.
If you can't say no, that's not consensual.
Yeah. And what if you can't even have the conversation because you know it's going to go the other way?
Well, then we know the answer. Maybe your partner doesn't realize it, but you know this is not consensual. You know this isn't actually swinging. This is you taking one for the team and trying to watch the cracks that open up because your insecurity is going to get worse because there's no space to talk about it.
Yeah.
Right?
True. And then here's an interesting message from Tammy from Mayerdale. Says, hi, Clement. What an interesting topic as always on your show. Swinging would be difficult for me. Listening to your guest there, it would really hurt me if my partner would tell me how good the other person is. This is not me at all. So how do you manage that feedback then, Casey? So when you have already had an experience like that, as a couple with another couple, for instance, let's say that was the arrangement, and you really had fun, how limited should you be in how you express your feelings about that experience? Because, I mean, I can only imagine your partner going on and on about how amazing that other person was during that experience. So what's the best way to really give feedback around the experience without making your partner feel like you're enjoying that more than what I normally have with you?
I have got so many layers in which to answer this. So the first level is I wouldn't recommend swinging in the first place because that builds up that conversation about what are we going to experience, like what do we expect, what do we think will be fun, what do we think we are going to have difficulty with. those are the conversations you have before you even go to the club or find people on the site. Your first discussion is, do I think I can handle this? What are my insecurities? Many couples who swing theoretically swing for years before they take the plunge because they want to make sure that they know what the consequences might be before they go in so that they can make an informed decision about whether or not those consequences are worth it.
Mm-hmm.
So for Tammy, I wouldn't recommend group sex with his partner because that's effectively what swinging is, because he doesn't want to know what's good for his partner. I assume it's a him. He doesn't want to know what's good for his partner that isn't good with him. Then it's not a good match. It's not a good fit. And it's so good that you know that, Tammy. It is so important that you know that about yourself and you don't put yourself in situations that are going to make you feel like shit.
Oopsie. We can't
Sorry.
say that word on the radio. Apologies there. Here's a WhatsApp voice note that's come through on 072 702 1702.
Hi Clement. You're speaking to Swissa here from Kimpton Park. Yeah. Me and my partner, we used to do for some with a married couple. Yeah, we always do. We always do when we feel like, now the fire is down. We call couples and then we do for some. It's a nice experience. We exchange there inside. We exchange. It's very nice.
Okay, thank you for sharing that with us. Another one says, Anonymous says, Clement, I got into swinging with my eyes closed, but now my eyes are open and I only do it when I want to. Because if you're not aware, you could end up being used. My partner says that I will lose him if I don't agree to swing. And to your point, Casey, the minute that is the kind of condition that is on the table, then you've got to be worried. Hey, Casey?
I'm worried about your relationship.
Yeah.
If I'm worried about the health of your relationship, what's keeping you in there other than threats? Why are you staying? What do you get? And I know this is a really simplistic question for a really complicated situation, but when we feel like we're coerced and we have no options, I really want you to think about what is the health of your relationship and are you happy?
Yeah. That's very important, eh? 'Cause it does sound worrying that your partner says, if you're not going to come and do this with me, then you're going to lose me. Where is the consideration for what you want, what you don't like? Anonymous also on the WhatsApp line says, hello, Clement and Casey. To respond to the guy who spoke about black people not knowing much about swinging, he's wrong. Many people, especially educated blacks, do swinging at least once a month. Even in the townships, it happens in couples' houses. It doesn't have to be a club. That's a message there from Anonymous. And then there was a question also earlier on, Casey, about what the tips are for beginners. So for people who are listening to us and who are thinking, yeah, we want to spice things up. We've been sort of thinking about this, but we didn't know where to begin. What tips can you give the people who are interested to try this out and this is a new experience for them?
So I think a big part is have your conversations about your fantasies. What are the fantasies? Do you even know what the fantasy is? So for a lot of people, it's threesomes. For a lot of people, it's foursomes. How do you play it out in your fantasies and how do you feel listening to your partner's fantasies? Can you have the conversation about how it feels telling your partner about the fantasy of having someone who's different to them, who has different skills, or often in the threesome context or foursome group sex situation where it's not just a neat couple swapping, but all four people are interacting in some kinds of ways, maybe even in a heterosexual situation, like what is that experience? What's it like having different bodies in the room, extra parts in the room? And what are those conversations like? Once you've had all those conversations and you've navigated your insecurities about how sex with one person one time or multiple people multiple times is going to threaten your relationship or not, because those are really important conversations to have before you make the move. Find communities online. There are websites online. I'm not 100% sure which sites people are using at the moment, but look into Swinging South Africa. Put Google Swinging South Africa and see what sites come up. You can create a profile, meet other people virtually, meet them publicly in a meet and greet setting where your clothes are all on at a restaurant where you've got drinks or milkshakes, and see if you're even interested in doing more from there. Take it slow. You never have to rush these things. Rather regret the things you don't do.
Yeah, got
and
it.
see if there's a second chance.
Okay, it's going up to 10 minutes now before 12 o'clock. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, more of your calls and WhatsApps. If you've got a question, if you want to share an experience, if there's something that's still confusing you, give us a call or send a WhatsApp voice note.
To celebrate 25 years of helping you live the Premier life, FNB Premier is giving you a chance to win a 14-day European tour experience and other cool monthly prizes. Open any FNB Premier account from September to 31 December 2025. Switch your salary, swipe or tap a minimum of 2,000 Rand per month for 3 months straight. Spend and win with FNB Premier. FNB, help changes everything. TCs and competition rules apply. FNB, a division of First Rand Bank Limited, an authorized financial services and credit provider.
Medical care, like music, needs continuity, a steady rhythm and pattern, patients attended to on time, medication taken as prescribed. Cut the rhythm and it falls apart. Right now, global funding cuts are restricting access to healthcare. With your support, Doctors Without Borders can continue to provide medical care to communities worldwide. Because medicine, like music, only works when uninterrupted. Doctors Without Borders. We go there.
You've reached in his Renault Duster en route to Dullstrom. This journey is taking to try a sport far more boring than its name might suggest. Fly, fishing. He'll be in his Renault Duster, which he bought with 40,000 Rand trade-in assistance.
Leave it all behind in the new Renault Duster with 40,000 Rand trade-in assistance. Offer exclusive to Renault Financial Services. Product of APSA. T's and C's apply.
The Fine Fragrance Sale is back, 24 to 28 September. Enjoy up to 50% off on selected fine fragrance brands, plus amazing deals on makeup and skincare products. Get down to the Kyalami Grand Prix circuit. Don't miss your chance to score unbeatable prices on top international fragrance and cosmetic brands. The sale ends on the 28th of September. See you there.
Relationship issues?
Relationship Talk
On 702.
8 minutes before 12 o'clock, we're wrapping up our conversation with Casey Blake, who is a sexologist and a registered counselor. We have been discussing Swinging 101. It's adult radio this morning on the show. We have been looking at what the benefits of swinging have been. Has it worked for you? Has it not worked for you? There are some couples that have shared their experiences, and they've described how this has been of interest to them and how they've gone about it. If you have tried it, you want to share your experience with us, you're welcome to do so. Casey, you've already given us the tips around, especially for new beginners, people who are interested in trying this thing out. There is someone, though, who wanted to know about the negative impact of swinging, who says we also need to address, from maybe even your observation, Casey, and your experience, have you seen swinging really end up in lots of trouble for a couple? So what are the other risks you can warn our listeners about when it comes to this phenomena?
So we've already been discussing the issue of coercion, and I've been reiterating that swinging can only be a successful adventure if the foundation of the relationship is strong, and you're doing it so that you can have a shared adventure, you can have a shared fantasy play out, you can watch each other get pleasure, give pleasure, because that's your desire. I want to also point out that please, 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 guys and people, swinging needs to be consensual. And if you are having loads of alcohol before you engage in the act. My question is, are you doing it consensually? If you need the alcohol to get the courage, why can't you do it sober? My question is, how much consent is happening for everyone involved if you can't do it sober? There's one thing about taking the edge off. There's another thing about drinking to the point to get courage. I have seen, and people speak about it, you think you've had all the conversations, but you've been scared to mention things, and then your experience happens, and you realize you actually can't handle it. You can't handle the feedback. You can't handle watching your partner get in the throes of orgasm that you're not providing. You can't handle watching your partner give someone pleasure. And it's really important that you've discussed safe words before that you even get in a situation, because if that happens, there is absolutely no shame in going, Red, I can't do this. My safe word, I thought I could. I'm really sorry, everyone. I don't want to be the party killer, but it's over. Because the thing about not wanting to spoil the mood is it's already spoiled because you're not in the mood.
Yeah. And then...
And it's best if everyone knows that.
Yeah. What about boundaries? How important is it to set boundaries going into that experience? So, because some people argue, but isn't that like ruining the mood when you're structuring things? Let's just get into this thing and just see where it leads. What advice do you have on that?
Boundaries keep us safe. If we know that we've agreed that there will be no kissing, we don't have to worry about kissing happening when people start doing things, because remember that it comes down to trust. We put our boundaries on the table. This is where we're comfortable. This is what we don't want to happen. And we're going to trust, just like you're going to trust, that everyone's going to follow the boundaries agreed upon. So some people love swinging, but they don't want kissing. That's for their relationship only. And that keeps everybody safe. If the other couple really want kissing, then you're not a good fit. You're not going to have a good time together because you don't want something that's vital for them. Move on.
Yeah. Well, Casey Blake, thank you so much for really an enlightening conversation. We've learned a lot about this concept of swinging. So I really appreciate you making time for us. Casey Blake is a sexologist and a registered counselor. It's going up to 3 minutes now before 12.
Every day, South Africans are being squeezed to make ends meet. That's why there's Still Good, a new online platform where you can save up to 65% on groceries by buying Still Good value bags, packed with groceries by leading retailers that are still perfectly good, just close to their sell-by date. You win by saving, retailers win by cutting food waste, and communities win as Still Good donates 10% of their earnings to food charities. Visit stillgood.co.za. Start getting more bang for your buck with Still Good.
Looking for a safe, stylish way to stay in the home you love? Well, Lifter's premium European-designed home lifts are the perfect solution. With over 500 installations across South Africa, Lifter makes everyday living easier, safer, and more comfortable with no costly renovations. Stay independent and future-proof your home today. Call Lifter on 0807373737 or visit lifter.co.za. Lifter, your home, your lift, your freedom.
This is Jade. She'll spend hours comparing almond milk and once made a spreadsheet just for sneakers. But when she found Santam, SA's leading short-term insurer that offers a range of cover options, from vehicle to building and home contents, even she didn't overthink it. The kind of freedom Santam gives you takes some getting used to. Speak to your broker. Santam, this is freedom. Santam is an authorized FSP, a licensed non-life insurer and controlling company for its group companies.
Life has its own rhythm, but muscle and joint pain may upset the beat.
Norflex Gel.
Trust Norflex Gel's triple action formula to target muscle pain, reduce inflammation, and help numb the affected area.
Norflex Gel.
So, get your beat back and reclaim the rhythm of life.
Norflex Gel.
Beat the pain with Norflex Gel and higher strength Norflex Gel Fort. For more information, speak to your healthcare professional.
Coming up
on the Midday Report
with Mandy Wiener.
How are you doing, Mandy?
Good, thank you, Clement.
What are you looking at today?
So we're going to speak to the electricity minister today. Sorry, Brent Lindekoe's waving at me because he's going to be on the show today.
Oh.
So he's coming in, so we'll have an extra long chat to him. Codeta has gone to court to try and they are seeking an application against the closure of routes in the Western Cape. And then we'll go to the Madlanga Commission to find out about the testimony today. The KZN Director of Public Prosecutions is on the witness stand. And then also the Hawks raided City Power or seizures at City Power yesterday. So we'll find out a bit more about that.
Okay, that's what's
Oh,
coming.
and it's Friday.
Oh, I'm like, do we not have sports? And good things?
Good things too. So I saw Brent and I got excited and, you know.
That's good things, guy. So yeah, spots and good things too coming up also on the Midday Report. Thank you so much for listening to the Friday edition of the Clement Manyathela Show. We're going to be back with you on Monday between 9 and 12. Have a beautiful, beautiful Friday. Have a great weekend. If you're going to the Standard Bank Joy of Jazz this weekend, I hope to see you there. It's going to be so much fun. Have a beautiful day, my friends. Bye-bye.
This is EWN.
Good afternoon, I'm Bali Dlamini. KZN Director of Public Prosecutions Elaine Harrison says uncertainty surrounding the disbandment of the Provincial Political Killings Task Team disrupted her planning for annual operations. Harrison had to